Okay, guys, I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Monday night. We are about a week away now from SummerSlam. That's right, SummerSlam is about a week away. Saturday night is going to be SummerSlam. Tonight we're watching the go-home show for the pay-per-view, so hopefully it's going to be a good one. Hope everybody's doing well. That's right, Gary says, I cannot wait to see how they take the belts off Sammy and KO. That's right, so Sammy is a lone warrior right now. Sammy is the only one who's taking things forward. Usually when one tag team partner is injured, when one tag team partner is, off the charts, he cannot wrestle anymore, he cannot compete or defend his title, we see maybe the tag team relinquishing the titles, or we see the partner finding another partner for the time being, or something happens. So we shall see what happens. Good morning, Andrew. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. I was about to message you last night before going to sleep that we're going to be once again doing it from the green screen today. But good to see you, Andrew. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. We got Jonathan here. Good to see you. And I love the name that Jonathan has tonight. Look at the name. He says Jonathan Team Wrestling News. Now that is awesome. Good to see you, Jonathan. He says big up AJ, big up everybody in the chat. I'm back. Have missed you all so much. Hope you're all doing well. It's great to have you back, Jonathan. Much love to you. Hope you've been doing well. Hope you had a great Monday night. Mustafa, Gary, everybody. It's so good to see you. Hope you're all doing well. Money Badger, my brother. Good to see you. Welcome. Happy Monday night. Tony, great to see you. That's right on time indeed. And yes, Run DMG, I acknowledge you as all. Robot is still a thing? I had no idea. So that bot, that robo or something that used to appear at the beginning of the show, the AR robo, I thought that was a thing of the past, but apparently it's still a thing and still opening show here. Okay, that's interesting. And we got Run DMG, Tony here. That's right. Good to see everybody. Taking a look at Damian Priest, by the way. Look at that. Look at that. But you're right, Tony. You're right. R.I.P. Adrian Street, indeed. A Welsh pro wrestler has unfortunately passed away at 82 years. It's very unfortunate. The news was broken about a few hours ago. It's very, very unfortunate that he's passed away. Had quite a career. Cool stuff. Oh my goodness, come on! I thought we were going to be starting on the show in a banger of a way because it's the go-home show for SummerSlam. What would you expect? You would expect for it to be a banger. But we are starting off with this guy, Logan Paul, so I don't really know what to say, but good to see everybody. My brother Andrew says, I was going to mention the studio since you did, but since you did, smash the hydrate button. Thank you for that. Yeah, let's get some water. Thank you. Jonathan says, let's hope Raw will put on a good show for us. Yeah, that's right. I hope so too, my brother. Fingers are crossed. We got Resident Evil AMC. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. That's right. We're back. Raw Saturday, August 1st, SummerSlam. It's going to be good. Yeah, we are just 5 days away now from SummerSlam. Saturday night, the pay-per-view takes place. Very excited about that. True, my brother, is in the house. Good to see you. Very good evening to you, True. Is SummerSlam this weekend, says Jonathan? Yes, right, brother. That's right. It is this weekend, indeed. SummerSlam takes place this Saturday night. Yeah, time flies. The biggest party of the summer is almost upon us. And Logan Paul is fighting Ricochet. I guess the only thing that I'm happy about is that he's not chasing a world title, or he's not fighting a guy who's beyond his leagues, And there's a lot of guys in the WWE who are beyond Logan Paul's league. It's Gunther, it's Drew McIntyre, it's all those big names. And I'm glad that Logan Paul is not fighting either of them. Instead, he is also helping put the spotlight on a mid-carder such as Ricochet, and that's a win-win situation, and that's why I'm a little bit excited about this match that's taking place at SummerSlam. It's cool, good booking right here. Only if we can get the Grandmaster sexy here again. That's right, Bunny Badger. That would be nice. Yep. Tony says I hate Logan Paul. Me too. And we got Jonathan says, singer Angus Cloud also passed away today, 25. Yes, I did hear about it as well. It's terrible. It is terrible. 25 years old. Way too young. God bless. Wow. I'm getting those Dominic Mysterio vibes from this already. The fans with the boos, the "you suck" chants. Wow. To my audience. Oh my goodness, this is great. You're right, Money Badger. The crowd definitely needs to boo harder. I agree with that. Logan is worse than MJF, says Tony. That was a heck, absolutely. All right, so as we see here. Yeah, that's what they're trying to create here, a viral sensation, a clip that's gonna go absolutely crazy big on social media. That's why they're doing this match all together. Logan Paul and Ricochet, it's gonna be a match with a lot of monkey spots, a lot of high, just diving and whatnot, high flying spots. That's what's going to be happening. If Brian Christopher arrives from the grave, I will not watch wrestling again, says True. That's right, brother. That's right. I think what he meant was something else in the chat. That's right. But no, this did not happen. Thank goodness for Ricochet, says Tony. That's right. Finally, the crowd has gone from booing to cheering.
Last week I was in your live stream. Great live stream. All-time live stream. But this week I'm in your head. Look, we've seen you do this over and over again. You come out here and you try to spin the story in order to make yourself look like the good guy. But I hate to break it to you, homie. You're not the good guy.
There you go. He's right. Ricochet is right. He's opening his eyes when he tells him, you're not the good guy in the situation, Logan Paul, so stop trying to be. Nicholas says, seeing Gable Stevenson last night makes me respect Logan Paul. Actually, you've got a point. Holy crap. I hate it when somebody does that, when somebody tries to remind me that Logan Paul is good in the ring, because he is, and I hate that about it. You know, I don't want Logan Paul to be as good as he is in the ring, but the truth is that he is good in the ring. Nicholas, you're right. He is. He does put on some good matches. That is the unfortunate truth. And not Gable Stevenson. That's right. That's right. But that pop for Ricochet's Nicholas, that's right, that was a big pop. Joe, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying Monday Night Raw so far. We're starting off things. Actually, it's kind of fresh that we're not starting off the show with the Judgment Day, but instead with Logan and Ricochet. It's kind of fresh. I like that. You know, usually it's always the Judgment Day opening the show, running the show, ending the show, all of it. It's a Judgment Day. Tonight it's a little bit different, and I like that. And Scar, good to see ya. Welcome. Bro, man, great to see ya. Ricky, great to see ya. Welcome, everybody.
You know what? I really appreciate that, Ricochet.
Wow.
I'm serious. I really appreciate that.
That is sweet, Ricky. That is sweet.
Yeah, I'll admit it. Ricochet, you...
It's great. With a "you suck" chance now.
You are one of the greatest to ever do it. Until I showed up. Come on, baby. Hey, you and I, we're not so different. Well, sometimes we even think alike. Oh, we do, Ricochet. We think alike. Well, this thing between us, this didn't start back in Money in the Bank. It started way earlier this year at the Royal Rumble when I made us go viral in that epic double jump spot, in case you missed it.
Was that not a botched spot? Yeah, that was a botched spot, right? Oh, this spot. Okay, this was not so botched. That was a pretty cool spot. The table spot was something they were trying to do and trying to, that was the spot that they wanted to go viral, wanted to go big, but that was botched a little bit. That happened. Logan versus Andrew Tate, says Money Badger. I would probably support Logan. I don't know much about Andrew Tate. I mean, I haven't looked into the guy at all, but all that I've heard about Andrew Tate is negative. So for that reason, I think that I would be more inclined to support Logan Paul for the first time ever, I guess. But yeah, let me know who would you support in that match. Ricochet is far better than WWE has ever utilized him, says True. Yeah, Prince Puma, indeed a lot better. Until now, he was not being used good at all. Most likely, he would just end up, if on a pay-per-view, he would end up for matches like Battle Royal, the Andre the Giant, or pre-show, or something random like that. He would never be taken seriously. This is the first, if I'm not wrong, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but this is the first ever serious match that he's been involved in. The first ever singles serious pay-per-view match that he's ever been in. So it's good for Ricochet, it really is. Ricochet says Mello, still my personal favorite, says Tony. Yep.
No hard feelings when I have your girl saying,
Goodness.
and the winner is Logan Paul.
Wow. The last guy who tried to act smart with Ricochet's girl, he is nowhere to be seen. He's been gone for over a year. Nobody talks about it. Nobody asks questions about him. But Shanky was the last guy who tried to get jiggy with Ricochet's girl. And since July of 2022, we have not seen Shanky. Nobody knows about his whereabouts. Nobody asked Ricochet about him. I don't know. I think Ricochet has something to do with the disappearance of Shanky, but we have not seen him. I will remind everybody since the July of 2022. And I don't know. The last time that I saw him, he was dancing with Ricochet's girls. So I wonder wherever he is anymore. Ricochet versus Mello once again. Great match. Andrew Tate, says Bro Man. I like that. True says Andrew Tate would beat the hell out of Logan Paul. I would like that too, to be honest. Wait a second. Now Logan Paul with the phone. I hate the fact that all these people come out with the phones now, and nobody really gives credit to Tyler Breeze. He was the one who started the whole thing with the phone, and now you see Logan Paul do it. You see Grayson Waller do it. You see all these people doing it. But Tyler Breeze was the guy who started off this whole gimmick with the phone. It's true. Shanky's probably injured, says True. It's funny how it's radio silence when it comes to Shanky. You just hear nothing about Shanky. Not on the dirt sheets, not on the news, nothing. And maybe it is Ricochet to do, who has something to do with the disappearance of Shanky. You never know. But the truth says Andrew would beat the hell out of Logan Paul, and it's not even close. Don't go by social media garbage. Tate is an extremely good fighter, really. Really? Okay. I don't know if he would ever... Wait. Considering the amount of heat that Tate has, behind him and to his name, I wonder how would he ever be received by WWE fans if he were to ever show up to WWE. I don't think it'll ever happen because it's going to get, I believe, considering the amount of heat that he has, it'll probably get the WWE in trouble. Or it's going to get, the company is going to get a lot of heat for it. But it would be interesting to see anyways. Ricky says Logan Paul needs hammers. Hit Ricochet on Summer. Ricky here seems like he is supporting Logan Paul. Okay. I still love main event last night on NXT. Right, Great American Bash. That match was so good, says Ricky. Yep, last night, the main event was indeed fantastic. Dragunov killed it. Mello killed it. I just want to see what's next for Mello. Dragunov, of course, is still going to be chasing the title, but what is next for Mello? Is he going to be, just limited to NXT, or is he actually going to be joining forces with MVP and the boys moving forward, still as the NXT champion? That is something that I'm still very curious about. Nobody cared about Tyler Breeze, is true. Yeah. It's sad. It's really sad, yeah. That was his theme song was another theme song that I actually had in my playlist. I used to listen to it every day. Yeah.
Because you could have prevented all of this last week. Don't get me started with Gio. I'd expect more, especially from you. See, tonight, I will take care of Drew McIntyre myself. And I heard he has other commitments, so he's not here. So tonight is the night where Ludwig Kaiser has the chance to redeem himself against that barefooted, meddling maggot, Matt Riddle.
Wow.
Following that, comes SummerSlam this Saturday, I personally will end Drew McIntyre once.
I hate the fact that we're gonna get a Matt Riddle match tonight. I hate it, but what can you do about it, right? We've gotta watch this happen, so that's that. Anyways, let's see what else do we have here. We got Will Rally Sport. Good to see you. It's been a while, brother. It has been a whole while. Good to see you, Will Rally. Great to see you. He says, hi, AJ from UK. It's Will Rally Sport. Hope Brian Pillman Jr. goes to NXT. That would be great. So, actually, Nautic was talking about it, and I was quite excited about it, too. You know, what if Pillman Jr. would have showed up last night in support of Thea Hale and Andre Chase University? It would have been something else. It would have been special and would have been much better than what we saw last night in that match with Andre Chase throwing in the towel and, you know, the match ending that way. Maybe he does show up, you know, sooner than later. Brian Pillman Jr. and the Chase University, it seems like it's meant to be. You know, it's meant to be. Hopefully we do get to see it. Let's see what else do we have here. Paul White has a much better punch than Logan Paul, says Tony. Without a doubt, brother. And Gary says, I heard a story that Omos got a victory in a house show, says Gary. Okay, that's sweet. That is sweet. What some of Tate's fights is true. Alright, brother, we'll take a look at some of Tate's fight. Nicholas says, the viral movement seeing camera holding, live streaming shit is so corny. Well, that is his old gimmick right now. You know, he's of course a content creator, and they present him as one. So that is literally his old gimmick, Logan Paul. Whenever he shows up with the camera. And it's interesting how he's doing the same gimmick almost as Grayson Waller. That's interesting. Money Matter says, I heard Sami Zayn beat Braun Strowman in a house show. Really? Good for him. So Sami Zayn is a lone warrior now, right? He is the only guy now out of the tag team champions that is still around. Of course, Kevin Owens is injured, and it seems like he's going to be missing SummerSlam too. So what is next for Sami Zayn? Is he still going to be champion? Is he relinquishing the title? Is he finding a new partner? How does he plan on staying champion or still staying in the tag team? What is he going to be doing at the time being while Kevin Owens is around? Is a question. Let me know, what do you guys think, if you have any predictions, if you have heard any chatter about the future of Sami Zayn and the future of the Tag Team Championship. Let's see, what else do we have? Hope Brian Pillman Jr. goes to NXT. Once again, Bill Riley, that would be great. And you have a new, by the way, we got Jake the Tribal Chief here. Good to see you, welcome. You have a new name for Riddle, AJ. I know, Maggot. I hate Riddle so much. I hate him so. I want to delete him from my memory. He called Riddle a maggot. Such disrespect. It was not disrespectful. I feel that name is too good for Riddle. You know, I feel like Riddle is a worse name than maggot, to be honest, because that name belongs to Riddle. It's worse than maggot. It really is. You know, so I would just call him Riddle because that is an insult in itself. Just to call him Riddle. Yeah, you heard me right. Anyways, let's see what else do we have here. If WWE plays it right, there could be a story where Pillman Jr. transfer from another university to Chase University. Alright, that will be funny. That will be hilarious. Oh dear. That will be something. Alright, that will be nice. And Strowman is out due to neck injury. How old is that match? Maybe it was a match in 2K23, or maybe Money Badger was playing with us. Never know. But let's see, still on the commercial break. Do we have something coming up here? Let's take a look at that.
Civil War has just been taken up a notch.
Alright, let's... time being we're on the commercial break, let's take a look at the dirt sheet, see what's happening. Drew McIntyre discusses the fear inherent due to their invention, WWE departure. That's cool. What Mark Henry... This should be interesting. What does Mark Henry think about Gable Stevenson's debut? Let's see. He needs proper mentorship. That is very true. Very true. I think they're waiting on the office to do it. They're waiting on the writers to do it. That's what Mark Henry says. The writers are not in the ring. The writers are not in front of the people. The boss cannot come out to the ring and say, hey guys, we're paying this guy a lot of money. We want him to get over with here. Here he is. That's right. Somebody has to be there. Somebody like Paul Heyman basically has to be there. You almost have to bring Kurt Angle back to be his manager and say, he's not me, he's better than me. It's Kurt Angle. When we did the interview with Kurt Angle, we asked him about it, right? And he was open to the idea. He was open to it. He said, okay, if they want to talk, they can't talk. So Kurt Angle was open to the idea. I'm not sure what they're actually waiting for over here. Andy, good to see you, my brother. Welcome. And he says, I'm here, bro. Are you thinking you'll be live watch along for SummerSlam? That's right. I will be here for the live watch along for SummerSlam indeed. And also, guys, a reminder to everybody, I will not be here on Wednesday and Thursday night because I told you, there's got to do some traveling for the US visa, for WrestleMania, hopefully. So that's why I will not be here on Wednesday and Thursday. So I hope you guys get to enjoy Dynamite 200 together. But I will not be here on Wednesday night and Thursday night. Just letting you guys know. But we'll be here for SummerSlam and the road to SummerSlam after Thursday. And don't forget to smash the like button, says Money Badger. I like that. And here we are, Imperium coming out over here. Vinci also on his way out. I've got a feeling that Vinci is going to get chopped by Gunther tonight. I've just got a feeling. All right. It's interesting how... actually... No, I've got to say... Giovanni Vinci, actually, he almost seems like he's bigger than Gunther. Now, of course, Gunther is a taller one, but Vinci almost seems bulkier than Gunther. Crazy how much weight that he lost over the year or so. But here we are, Ludwig Kaiser getting in the ring. Yeah, I've got a strong feeling that Ludwig is gonna get chopped. Clay says, what's up, AJ? How are you doing? I was watching Monday Night Raw. I want a picture of Roxanne Perez. I see, so you've switched it up from Bailey to Roxanne, Clay. That is funny. It's so hilarious. You're awesome, by the way, Clay. But we started doing the watch-alongs like 1 year or a year and a half ago. I can't even recall. But since then, you've been asking us for a picture of Bailey, and you still do. You're awesome. You stay true to your gimmick, Clay. You're awesome. But let's see. Gary says, every week with these three, it's getting old, says Gary. Really? You think it's getting old with the Imperium? All right. Okay. Gable's brother would be a good mouthpiece for him. Is he over enough to be a mouthpiece, though? When you're talking about a mouthpiece, usually... you want that person to be already over with the crowd. You want that person to already be familiar with the crowd. Because if people do not know who's talking, they might not give him as much importance. For example, if you have an XYZ talking for, Gable Stevenson, he's not going to get as much importance as somebody like, Paul Heyman or MVP or somebody familiar talking for him. That's what I feel. But Gable's brother... It could be a tag team, but mouthpiece, I'm not too sure. If he's not over with especially the main roster crowd, it's got to be a tough challenge, I feel. But let's see. Ricky, like that. Andy says, I was here for the Great American Bash Watch Along. I just couldn't chat. It's on my end. I see, Andy. You're awesome. I know you're always here for the support, for the love. Thank you for that. One more time, we've got Ludwig right now in control here and dominating Riddle. Riddle slipping away, slips his head out of his ties, going for the roll-up cover on Riddle. Riddle kicking out. And once again, Ludwig was going to go for the clothesline. Riddle with a nice dodge. Cannot watch this match. And he gets Ludwig down, back straight to the mat once, twice. Ludwig in trouble. Man... It's hideous looking at Matt Riddle, especially with those white trunks and nothing else. It almost feels like he's wearing those tidy whiteys and wrestling in the ring here. Terrible. It is terrible. Moneybagger says, hey, Andy, I'm actually on a Watch Wrestling website and I have it minimized so I can chat here and watch there. I like that, Moneybagger. Watch Wrestling forever and a day. I like that. Yes, Ricky, that's right. Our girl, Roxanne. Well... we all know how that match went down.
It's about him. This goes to show you the striking power possessed by the original Bro. Yes, he's laid back. Yes, he can be cool to a fault. But at the end of the day,
This is probably the first ever Monday Night Raw in weeks that we haven't seen the Judgment Day in the first 30 minutes of the show. It's crazy, right? But it's also quite refreshing. I was honestly getting a little bit exhausted of the Judgment Day running the show. I get it, they're good. I get it, they're all the champions in the faction. But it was getting a little bit exhausting to watch them open the show, run the show, be a part of every single backstage segment, and also close the show. So change is good, and I like the change tonight. Ludwig sending Riddle over to the ropes here. Riddle, goodness, wraps his legs around this guy Ludwig's head and gets him down to the ringside area. Now with a kick to the chest, Ludwig in trouble, moonsault to the outside, and Riddle with flying down on Ludwig takes him down just like that. I was so happy for Ricochet. Got the win, says Andy. Yeah, that's right. It was good to see that. Ludwig is down, but Gunther is not having it. He orders him, he instructs him to get back in the ring. Of course, the match will continue after the commercial break right here. So, that's that. Let's take a look at what else do we have here. So, AEW will reportedly take upcoming Dynamite and Collision shows on the same night, says this website. Okay, cool. Yes, I saw this too. It's cool, I guess, Ric Flair is a supportive dad, but he did share a magazine cover featuring daughter Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte basically gracing the cover of July's Metropolitan Luxury magazine, and Ric Flair also, shared that accomplishment on Twitter recently. And it says, ladies and gentlemen, everybody including myself, bow down to the Queen, Miss Charlotte. You are the best at what you do and continue to raise the bar. Greatest female wrestler in the history. I'm so happy to be able to share with the world all of the gifts God has given to you. And this was the cover that, her father shared. Yep. Cool. Let me know what you guys think about it. Judgment Day is really the only heel faction they have going right now. That's why they are, pushed so big, in such a big fashion, every single Monday night especially. Let's see, Money Batter says, you all remember that? Wait a second, are you talking about AJ wrestling legend Adrian Street passed away recently? Yes, Andy, yes, I remember that. I'm sorry, yes, I am aware of that. We were talking about it earlier as well. It is very unfortunate that, Streets passed away. It's sad, 83 years old. But Money Badger, yes, that's right. We remember Great American Bash. We do. And let's see. True says, look at Charlotte without makeup. You'll think differently. Oh, I said, that is funny. Okay. Yeah, that's funny. And this is what Ricky was talking about earlier as well. Wrestling World reacts to the death of Paul Rubens, Pee-wee Herman, actor. Sadly. The Raw basically lost three gems in entertainment industry in the past 24 hours. It's terribly sad. Also, a recurring WWE guest, Pee-wee Herman, has passed away at 70 years old. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, there's certain clips, certain moments that he shared with some big stars, including Dwayne Johnson. So that's that. Right. Well, I thought we were back for the commercial break, but we're not. We're still in the commercial. Let's see what else do we have here. True says, so true. Oh my god. Andrew agrees with True over here. I saw a video of Carmella, and wow, she is old. AF, says Money Badger. Who looks worse, Carmella or Charlotte without any makeup, says Money Badger. Guys, stop. You can't say that. We're going to get canceled if we start talking about women and how they look without makeup. That's not a very good conversation now, right? But Carmella, of course, she is away also because of, I believe, pregnancy. So she's not going to be in the ring for another year or so. So that's that. Ricky says, AJ, we talked about last night. You think Jade Cargill will return to AEW or she's got to go? I think she's testing the water. She's trying what she can get done in Hollywood. I think that's where she's trying right at the moment. But she will be back to AEW eventually. I cannot expect for her to be gone for an extended period. She'll be back. Right now she's testing the waters and seeing what else she can do in Hollywood maybe. That's what I feel. But we shall see. Charlotte, that's just my opinion, says Andy. I see. And Money Batter says, I want Jade to go for the women's title, says Money Badger. You've been in the WWE, is that right? I said nothing, says Ricky. Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. Okay. And Money Badger has a personal problem with Carmella with that makeup. I see that. Okay. I want Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez to make their own group, says Andy. I know why you're saying that. I know that exactly why you're saying that. Maybe one day. Once again. And a kick one more time to Ludwig. He goes down. The match continues as we are back from the commercial break. It is Riddle now who is in control. You saw a picture of Riddle and Shotzi kissing? What is going on over here? Is Riddle also not an expecting father right now? That's weird. Why would they kiss? Or was it like a very old picture? Because there's no way that Riddle is cheating again, right? There's no way that's happening. Carmella is beautiful, says Andy. I like that. Hey, Andy, I thought they were... And they broke... Oh, I see. They were together earlier. I see. Kaiser turning things around. Big kick to the chest of Riddle. He goes down, going for the cover. And a kick out. One more time. Kaiser running over to Riddle. Riddle gets his boot up in time. Kaiser grabs his leg, and now with the clothesline, Riddle with a reversal. He grabs Kaiser, pulls him by the arm, kick to the face, knee to the face. He gets Kaiser up and down he goes. Riddle in control. Suplex, another suplex here. Oh my goodness, Vinci coming on here on the apron. Riddle goes after him with an elbow strike, knocks him off the apron. Riddle one more time here trying to be in control. A power bomb to Kaiser. He goes for a big knee to the face. Gunther cannot believe it. He goes for the cover on Kaiser, but Kaiser kicks out. Kicks out. A mere second away from the fall, but he kicks out. That's good. Riddle just holding on to his breath. Look at him ringside. Gunther is all nervous. Let's see. It's right, since they have gone same direction, they might come together. Maybe, brother. Maybe, perhaps. That would be nice. You know, it's interesting because independently, both of them are such big stars, right? So a tag team, maybe sooner than later, probably will happen. I don't think I'll ever be a fan of Riddle. Jonathan, that makes it two of us, brother. That makes it two of us right here. I will never like Riddle either. No matter what he does, I will just not. I tried to get behind him. I tried to buy into the hype of Matt Riddle, but I just cannot get behind this guy. Also, on top of that, you've got all these controversies, all the things that he's done in his own personal life, including cheating on his wife and more such stuff that, you know, it doesn't make me appreciate him as a person either. So I just cannot get Riddle behind this guy. As a wrestler, as a person, I just can't. Riddle is so boring, says Ricky. I like that, brother. AJ, can you find out why Fallon Henley hasn't been on TV? I'll take a look at it, Andy, in just a second. Ludwig once again grabs Riddle. Should be over. Should be over for Riddle right here. Cover, and it's it. It is it. This is it. Gunther is happy because Riddle gets squashed. Kaiser gets the job done. It's great to see that. Riddle needs to go back to the UFC. He needs to go wherever the heck that he wants because clearly WWE is not his territory anymore. It was kind of his territory when Randy Orton was around, but now, absolutely not. Let's see. Money Batter says, hey Andy, I've been wondering the same thing about the Big Show. Paul White. Wow. I thought, okay, maybe Ludwig is not going to shake his hand after all. He looked pretty pissed, but he does it. He shakes the hand of Gunther, and that's cool. It's quite interesting. You know, every single thing that they will usually put on in the second hour of the show, they're giving to us in the first hour tonight. You know, first, of course, we got Logan Paul and Ricochet. Then we got this match here with the Imperium and Riddle. And now we're taking a look at the Alpha Academy. The kind of stuff that you would see in the second hour of the show tonight, all of it in the first hour. I like that. And Andrew says, wow, go Kaiser. You're right, Run DMG. Riddle is a jobber. And Bully Ray said it perfectly. Even for the guys who were kind of behind, you know, the whole RK Bros. Oh my goodness. Bottom of Mexi. Oh my, Otis's stomach is a punching bag. That is hilarious. Maxine with a few punches to Otis's stomach. Is she getting him ready for a match against Valaha? What is happening? Are we getting a one-on-one match tonight? Yeah. We are getting a one-on-one match tonight. Look at that, Maxine Dupree taking on Valhalla, and it's going to take place tonight. That is crazy. So Bully Ray said it perfectly. He said, even for the people, including himself, who thought, okay, Riddle's the real deal, he's the most entertaining part of the whole, oh, there you go, Brock Lesnar comes back and next after the commercial breaks. That's something. But he said, okay, so for all those people who thought, okay, Riddle was the real deal, that he was the most entertaining part about the RK Bro, that he made RK Bro fun, Bully Ray says that he was mistaken. It was actually Randy Orton, because he says watching Riddle all alone, all by himself is boring. It's as boring as it gets, and it makes you realize that Randy Orton was the real fun in RK Bro. He was the real entertainment factor in RK Bro. It wasn't Riddle, it was instead Randy Orton all along, and that's what I've been saying for so long, guys. It was Randy Orton. Riddle was the most boring part and the worst part about RK Bro. Yeah, it's like, it should be, it's something that should never come back. It should never come back. True says Paul White is just working behind the scenes. Yeah, earlier he used to do commentary and stuff, but now those shows are shut, so he's doing backstage stuff here now, as True said. Looks like witchcraft. That's right, it is witchcraft. AJ, do you know what type of match Britt Baker hasn't done yet before she retires? Has she done an I Quit match? I can't recall. I don't think that she has done an I Quit match, right? Don't think so. But anyways, let's take a look at what our brother Andy said earlier. He was talking about Fallon Henley. Yes. Wherever has Fallon Henley been? Let's take a look. If we can find some info. So we're here. We're looking at Fallon Henley. So it seems like she was there July 7th, NXT Level Up, where we had Fallon Henley versus Tatum Paxley. So she was there, I believe, last seen on TV 3 weeks ago, but probably hasn't been seen ever since, because we don't have an article actually about her after, 3 weeks ago, so after July 7th. So probably not injured, just sidelined or something, but there's no word on any injury. There's no word from the dirt sheets or elsewhere. She's not injured, she's just sidelined, and 3 weeks ago it was wrestling on Level Up, so I guess that kind of tells you that they don't probably have anything for her on the actual NXT show. That's the reason why she was probably on Level Up, so that's that. Let's see, what else do we have here? True says bathroom break match. Oh wow. Okay, brother. Alright. I haven't recalled Jamie Hayter also says Money Badger. Hayter, I believe, is injured, right? Or is she taking a rest? Something. AJ, I watch you and Zelina stream on Twitch. She too has her LWA. I see. Really? That's good. That's sweet. Zelina Vega. Let's take a look at her right now. Let's see. Would like to see what kind of background she has. Ricky says she has a LWO background. What the heck is Zelina Vega doing here? Look at that.
The family civil war has just been taken up a notch.
Oh, look at that. What would you expect? Okay, the House of Black running wild on Twitch right now. I like that. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. Alright, Zelina Vega on Twitch with her man. That's right. They're twitching. You're right, True. They are twitching indeed. Hater has been recovering, says True. That's right. Hopefully she recovers very quickly and gets back on TV soon. But thanks for sharing that, Ricky. Pretty cool that they're having fun on Twitch right now. Logan Paul here, guys. The most despicable human being in the world. Logan Paul making his way out. How can somebody like this guy? This guy is a prick.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened is I just gave Ricochet a small taste of what's going to happen this Saturday at SummerSlam. And I promise this will be one of the most viral matches in the history of WWE.
Yeah.
And hey, Ricochet, buddy.
They'll keep saying it. They'll keep saying it because they want for it to be a viral match. They want for it to be their money's worth. And that's the reason why they're having this match all together, to make it a viral sensation. I have a feeling it's not going to be successful, but that's what they plan on doing. And they'll keep saying it because they want for it to happen. And let's see. Wow, Cody Rhodes. Okay, I guess it's a big deal. But Cody Rhodes posted his first TikTok. And here it is definitely talking about it. Cool. You know, I remember when TikTok first started off and everybody was like, TikTok's so toxic, you should get off TikTok, it's so cringe, TikTok should be banned. And now everybody is on TikTok. Now that it pays money, yeah, everybody seems to be on TikTok. And everybody thinks, okay, it's cool, let's go live on TikTok because it pays money. And let's see, Peacock Twisted Metal says, Money Badger, cool, that's right. Andrew says, isn't it X? Oh, yes. Yes, it's Xing now. Did you guys update the app on your phones? Because now they have updated, they have removed the bird from it altogether. They have removed the name Twitter from it as well, and now it's just an X in the name as also the X in the logo. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's still cringe, it's true, but now you see all these, you know, content creators, you see all these stars on TikTok, and they're dancing and they're going live and they're doing all the kind of stuff because it pays, and it pays very well. I heard that it pays better than Twitch as well in in some aspects. So that's that. Logan Paul is boring to me, says Andy. I agree, Money Badger. I enjoyed seeing it. Money Badger says, why can't Logan Paul leave and do things I don't watch? I know, right? When he was in YouTube or when he was boxing, I had no problem because I did not have to watch it. Yeah, now we're living in a different dimension. It's still cringe, is true. Paul versus Ricochet gotta be a wow. Randy only says Paul versus Ricochet is gonna be a banger. And we cannot deny that, right? I mean, Logan Paul is a good wrestler at the end of the day. He can wrestle. He can put on a show. And so can Ricochet. So it's going to be interesting. I really hope that this match makes Ricochet's career. That it does something to his career. It sends him to a whole new level. Maybe it earns him a world title. Actually, not a world title shot. But at least earns him a title shot. You know, does him some favors because he needs that. He needs that. He really does. You know. Hopefully, Ricochet is not going to be like a forgotten piece of history after this match. Hopefully he enjoys some success. Tony says, this afternoon I had just watched The American Nightmare Becoming Cody Rhodes. It was my 5-star favorite. That's big, Tony. That's big, brother. Okay, that's a very sweet review. Anybody else watch the show yet? Let us know. Britt hasn't done a Buried Alive match, says Money Badger. Yep. Also not a Fulfill Your Fantasy match. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nobody wants to see that match in 2023, right? Right? Tony, I've seen it earlier. It was really good, says Andy. I see that. You also watched the Cody Rhodes match show. That's good. Rollins versus Baylor. Rollins or Baylor versus Ricochet would be great. Yeah, it would be great. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully, after this Logan Paul versus Ricochet match, it's not only Logan Paul that enjoys success and spotlights and becomes, you know, the attraction. Also, Ricochet hopefully does him some favors. Really, really hope so. And as True said, if Ricochet gets a victory over Paul, that will be huge. That will be big. So I'm hoping for the best for Ricochet in this match. But I don't know if Logan Paul's actually gonna lose. I think Ricochet is gonna lose. Yeah, he's gonna maintain, of course, his charm. That's quite a lengthy video package, by the way, between Brock and Cody. Are these guys not coming out, and are we just seeing a video package? Because that is what it seems like. This video package has been so long here. I thought we were actually going to see them come face to face after the commercial break, but all that we're getting here is a video package. What? This video package is just as long as the one you would get before a match begins on a pay-per-view. You know, it's such a big video package. AC Hammer, good to see you, my brother. This is a good build-up montage for Lesnar and Rhodes. Yeah, part 3, brother, part 3. They will probably close the show. All right. The SummerSlam card is so good this year that it's really interesting to see which show main events, which match main events. It could be the Civil War. It could be Rollins and Finn Balor. It could be Brock and Cody. The card is incredible. The card is big. You know, all these matches are worthy of main events picture. So I really wonder which one it's going to be. I feel like it will be this guy, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso main eventing though. But coming up, okay, alright. So that was just a video package because now we've got Maxine Dupree coming out as she's going to be taking on Valaha coming up next. Good to see you, my brother AC Hammer. He says, I'm here for Maxine. That's right. Arm in arm, here they are, Otis and Maxine. Are we going to a commercial break again? Yes, we are. That is crazy. Another commercial break right here for us. So we came back from the commercial just for that video package, just for that montage. Okay. Andy says, this is just my opinion. Stephen ML, who was an actor from Arrow TV series, is way better wrestler than Logan Paul. I was surprised to see him wrestle too. I believe the first time he stepped into the ring, we actually saw his debut was SummerSlam of 2015. And I was live at the Barclays Center for that show. Yeah, I was taken aback too. The guy loves wrestling, you could tell. But you know, the truth is that he was here only for a short time, whereas Logan Paul has committed to this long time. Even though he does it part-time, he's committed to it for a few years at least, so, you know, he's going to be almost a regular. AJ, you know the Tribal Chief always main event. That's right, brother. You know it. Heels is a decent show. Yep, that's right. Maxine has a similar look to Dana Brooke. Yeah, also the outfit is quite similar to Nautic, my brother. Maybe Maxine is just a little bit thinner, but yeah, both are blonde, you know, so you get that similarity. Both have similar outfits. Yeah, both play almost identical characters, I guess. Yeah, so the only difference is that Dana is a little bit bulkier. I believe Dana has had more plastic surgeries than Maxine, and that's the only difference. But that's a very sweet comparison over there. Yeah. Dana Brooke. She keeps struggling. You know, every single time you open her Twitter, you open her social media. I'm sorry, you open her X. You'll see. It feels a lot weird to say you open her X, right? But you open her X and you see her, you know, interacting with the fans, thanking the fans, appreciating the fans who want to see her on TV and whatnot. Every single time that we're watching Raw or SmackDown, she's tweeting, she's Xing, and it feels so weird to say that. And you know, she encourages posts that talk about, you know, having Dana Brooke on the show. I don't know why she's still around. I don't know why she's still on the contract if WWE is not going to use her. But it's quite sad to see the way she gets booked, and that is not at all. By the way, we've got Clayton, the man, over here. It's good to see you, Clayton. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. We've got a new member in the family. Good to see you, Clayton. Hope that you've been enjoying Monday Night Raw so far. Good to see ya. Maxine is skinny Lana. Maxine is a skinny Lana. Wow. Then she better stay away from Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley right now is going in a pretty good direction with, you know, the Street Profits and whatnot. So we don't need any distractions. She better stay away from Bobby. I'm glad that they are on two separate shows now. I'm just kidding. Bobby's not repeating that same mistake again. Hopefully not. Yeah, Dana has a lot more plastic surgery, Suzanne. Yeah, to her lips. Wait, is that Shanky? Oh, it's not Shanky. My heart skipped a beat. You know, we were getting the commercial for SummerSlam, and I believe that was Roman Reigns from the back, and I saw the long hair, and I was like, is that Shanky? No, that was Roman Reigns. That's okay. That's all right. Clayton, once again, good to see you. And let's see, Tony says, I hope Chad Gable doesn't throw a towel. My goodness, you know, hopefully not. Hopefully not. So I believe Andre Chase, it was the second time that he did it last night, and I wonder what the fallout to the pay-per-view is going to be like tomorrow night, you know, when Thea Hale meets Andre Chase in the ring and they talk about what happened. Could there be a split coming up? We shall see. By the way, Clayton, thank you. I really appreciate all the love. Thank you. Really appreciate the kindness. Wow. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. Once again, it's great to have you here. AC Hammer says they had to make Rhea Ripley dog-themed and have and black hair because there were too many blondes and Barbies, says they. So you've got to be glad that it happened, right? Because as you said, there are too many blondes and too many ladies playing the same character. So it's good to see Rhea Ripley really actually standing out from the whole crowd, standing out from the roster. There's nobody quite like Rhea Ripley today. Absolutely not. And you're right, there are a lot of generic wrestlers, blonde wrestlers, a lot of generic good girls, bad girls, but there's only one Rhea Ripley at this point. That's true. And Clayton says, I'm going to SummerSlam. That's going to be a heck of a party. That's awesome. I hope you have a great... Are you also going to do the following Raw or SmackDown? It's very interesting. Let's see. I believe Chase U, when they go up, they'll feud with the Alpha Academy, says Andy. It's something that's meant to happen, but the question is Chase University ever going to be promoted to the main roster? It's been a while, right, that they've been on NXT. Are they ever going to be promoted, or is Andre Chase ever going to be promoted to the main roster, or is the Chase University always going to be on NXT training young athletes, taking them under the ring, under the university, and making them better wrestlers? I wonder. Let's see. Are you streaming tomorrow for NXT? Says Nautic. Tomorrow for NXT, Nautic, my brother. Tomorrow night I will not be here for NXT, but next week we might be. Also, just like I said, this week I'm traveling, so this week we'll not be here for Dynamite either. But next week, of course, we're gonna be here for Dynamite. We're gonna be here for Impact, SmackDown, Raw, all those shows. That's right. And let's see, Rhea Ripley doing what she wants to do, not following others. Yeah, it's great. When she first came to the WWE from Australia, she was, of course, a blonde, a totally different person altogether. And even if you look at Rhea Ripley from like 3 years ago, when she was on the main roster, and even if you look at her last year when she joined the Judgment Day, she was a whole different person, right? Very, very different. Just her body language, the way she spoke on the microphone, when Edge took her under his wing. Watching Rhea Ripley was like, she was cute, she looked adorable in the whole Judgment Day attire. And now look at her, she's a badass. It's a big transformation, and the transformation is true for every single one of them. Damian Priest as well, as Finn Balor, Dominic, all of those guys have gone big transformation with the Judgment Day, and it's incredible to see that. And here we are, the match is underway right now. Walaha and Maxine Dupree. Maxine with an Irish whip to Walaha, and Walaha throws her. Oh my goodness, okay, good stuff. She stays in the ring. I thought she was going to slip down to the ringside area, but she stays in the ring. That's sweet. Walaha running over with a knee strike to the head of Maxine, going for the cover on her. It's a 1, it's a 2, and a kick out right there. And Andy says, Rhea Ripley doing what she wants to do, not following others. I like that. I wonder how Thea feels about the professor. Tomorrow night, we will find out. And Clayton says, I'm going to watch along at Little Caesars Arena, and Bunch Wrestling's supposed to be there. That's awesome. Wait a second. Little Caesars, are you going to the Jobber Terror's party? Is that where you're going? Okay, because I know my friends at the Jobber Terrors, they're great people. They're also hosting a watch-along party in person, actually, in Detroit. So I'm wondering if you're going there. That's awesome. And also a lot of wrestlers are going to be there as well. That's very cool. That's very cool. They will be moved up. It's just that they are so popular. That's why the delay, says Andy. Yeah. They are popular indeed. Maxine is hot, says Clayton. There's no denying that. Once again, she's going to go for the suplex, it seems, on Walaha. And there you are. Walaha. How does Walaha wrestle, by the way, in all these clothes? And I don't know if that's fox fur that she's got on her shoulders, but it's got to be hot, guys. It's got to be very, very hot wrestling in that outfit. I don't know how she does that. What is Otis doing now? Oh, my goodness. What is happening? What is happening? Oh. Oh my, the worm. The worm for Maxine. The worm has never looked so graceful. Maxine does it so gracefully. It's awesome. That's right. It's through that on location thing. I see that. All right. That's awesome. I hope you have a great time there, Clayton. And that's what I was thinking about her clothes. Indeed. I mean, it's got to be very, very hot. No wonder Walaha's matches are always so short, because she cannot stay in the ring for more than two minutes wearing that thing. And oh my goodness. the Viking Raiders trying to get involved here, but Otis is not going to have it, and now we've got the Clash of the Titans taking place ringside. Chad Gable with the beautiful moonsault off the top turnbuckle, taking them all down. Good stuff. Valaha now attacking Maxine from behind, of course taking advantage of the distraction, sending her over to the corner again and taking care of her right there. She places Maxine on the top turnbuckle. Sarah Logan is very tough, says Andy. That's true. You see it right here. The caterpillar. Yeah. Very graceful caterpillar, that too. Chad Gable is so underrated. Yeah, and we were talking about having a mouthpiece. And, I believe Nautic, was it Nautic or was it Run DMG? Somebody, or Money Badger, somebody suggested earlier in the chat that perhaps Gable Stevenson's brother should be acting as a mouthpiece. What about Chad Gable acting as Gable Stevenson's mouthpiece? Since he's already doing it for Maxine, how about having Chad Gable also join the Alpha Academy and training him get better and becoming his mouthpiece? Chad Gable, I know, would do the job pretty well. With that being said, Maxine Dupree gets a victory over here over Valaha, and that is sweet. Nice celebration going on in the ring before we pan over and move the camera over to Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick. That was a nice finisher. That's right, Clayton. And seems like it's finally time that the Judgment Day is going to be out here. Usually, as I said, we start with the Judgment Day. Judgment Day run the entire show. They're a part of every single backstage segment and more. And then they also finish the show. Tonight, it's been almost an hour. We had not seen the Judgment Day live just yet, but now finally, about 55 minutes into the show, we get our first video package on the Judgment Day. Of course, taking a look at what happened to Kevin Owens last week. He is injured, and also Liv Morgan's injured, so we have questions. What is Sami Zayn got to be doing? What is Raquel Rodriguez got to be doing? Are they got to be seeking some retribution tonight, or perhaps at SummerSlam? That we have yet to see. Maxine, she is hot, but she is not Mandy. I know Ricky has a thing for Mandy, alright? I know that. But Maxine's cool. You cannot take that away from her. But Mandy Rose, just like I said last night, she was cool and classy when she was with the WWE. Now she's all trashy. Go to her Twitter, go to her X.com, and I think X.com is a better name for Mandy, at least, but you go to her X.com and look up Mandy Rose's page. It's all trashy, it's all her, very explicit pictures, and she's just outright asking fans to buy her OnlyFans or Only page, whatever the heck it is. It's trashy, it's very, very trashy, that's right. And once again, Clayton, I like that. Andrew says, how does a wrestler that had 4 moves win? I thought I was watching the hip throw match. That was, I know, brother Andrew, I know how you're feeling. But at least she's got the worm, to her, to her defense. In her defense, she's got the worm, and first she got the victory. Finally. 1 Money in the Bank winner, 2 champions, 1 number 1 contender. The Judgment Day are out here making their entrance, and of course, since they are here making their entrance, of course it's the right time for us to go to a commercial break. So we are going to go to a commercial break just like that. Let's see, Ricky says, Asia, not cool, stop talking, trash my queen. Mandy, she is hot and cool. Sorry about that, my brother Ricky. And I'm playing. Rodney says, Stevenson needs to be built to main eventer. Kurt Angle probably the guy. You're right about that. If you really want a big powerhouse behind him, have Kurt Angle manage the guy. Both Olympic gold medalists, it's a no-brainer to have Kurt Angle actually managing Gable. And just like I said, when I interviewed Kurt Angle, I asked him about the possibility of managing Gable, and he was more than open to the idea. So perhaps if WWE does make the phone call to Kurt and make things happen, it could work. It could absolutely work. So we shall see. Crazy to think Ed started the Judgment Day and he's so far removed from it. That's right. Do you think they ended up better? I think, I hate to say it, I love Edge a lot, but I feel that the Judgment Day ended up better without Edge. With Edge, he would have still had the spotlight on him. And all these guys, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic, Rhea, they would have all been nothing but sidekicks for Edge himself, and Edge would have been the main power, of the Judgment Day. He would have been the main man of the Judgment Day because he's a Hall of Famer, because he's accomplished so much. Edge would have been the main guy, and everybody else, no matter how they would have booked all the other people would have still looked at them as sidekicks, as inferior to Edge. So maybe him stepping away was the right thing to do. He got the group together, which was fantastic, but the way that they were built, the same level, same stance at all. It was great booking, and look at them now. Big transformation to every single one of them. Just like I said, you've got 2 champions, you've got 1 Money in the Bank winner, you've got 1 #1 contender. The Judgment Day is thriving right now, and they're doing it well without Edge. I agree. But let me know what you guys think. Would it have been better with Edge than it is right now without Edge? Let us know. I heard rumor that Mandy was coming back, says Clayton. I don't know. I mean, if you still look at her social media accounts, she's still quite wild, and she's still asking the fans to subscribe to her OnlyFans only page, whatever it is, and that's it. On the other hand, if you look at her, Toxic Attraction friends, they're lost on the NXT roster. I mean, I was just looking at JC Jane last night. She's attacking random people. She's having random matches. I think she's struggling. And it's all Mandy Rose's fault. If Mandy Rose was still around and she had not gone down that route, they probably would be main event stars right now, main roster stars right now. But of course, Mandy had to be selfish, and she stepped away, and now Toxic Attraction is paying the price for it. That's right. And Money Badger, much love, much love. Ricky, I know you're mad at me right now. Sorry about that. Let's see. Money Badger says, if Damian Priest joined the tribal match, wow. I never even thought about the possibility of Damian Priest cashing. It's so funny that Money Badger mentioned that. We know that the match is all about, the championship and also the title of the tribal chief. We never thought about the possibility that Damian Priest could actually cash in, and he could walk out with not just the championship, but also the tribal chief title. And that will be just so funny. And that's right, John Cena has a movie running on Netflix right now. It is known as The Hidden Strike, and it's a movie starring John Cena along with Jackie Chan. So it's doing pretty well at the moment. Last time when I checked Netflix, it was at #2 worldwide. Tonight, I mean right now as we see it on Raw, they're saying that it's currently at #1. So pretty big accomplishment for John Cena and Jackie Chan as a duo. Word Mandy's a New Yorker, show some love. Oh my god, everybody here loving some Mandy Rose. Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna fix this problem.
Wow.
Because while you want the entire world to just stay on with your business, I'm ready to.
Tommaso Ciampa seems like he wants to fix the problem between himself and Shinsuke Nakamura. Clayton says they should turn him heel. He was booed and they were cheering. Yeah, you're not Angles. You're right, Clayton. They need to fix a lot when it comes to Gable Stevenson. That's true. Absolutely. Jacob, it's good to see you. Andrew says, AJ, speaking of the Worm, did you see Hottie to Scotty is trying out producing for AEW? He's on trial with them. Really? That's interesting. That is interesting. That is quite interesting. I think he'll be a great asset to the company. Why not? He's got experience, he's got all of that stuff, so why not? Absolutely. But let's see, Ed said he didn't want to end his career a heel because so many people cheer him. Good stuff. And actually, it's very interesting that you mentioned Edge. There were rumors in the dirt sheet, until Edge acknowledged those rumors and shut them down, that he was going to retire at SummerSlam, that SummerSlam was going to be his last match. Of course, Edge shut down all the rumors when it came to his retirement. He says he's still around, he's still wrestling, but let's see what he's going to be doing in the future now. But, I agree. I like him as a heel, but I like him better as a face. Love Edge. I wish Damian would claim cash in at SummerSlam for Roman's money match. It would be funny if he does that and walks away with the Tribal Chief title. Nobody sees it coming right now, but it would be hilarious.
Let's face it, guys. Monday Night Raw.
Is Rhea Ripley not right? Tonight, Raw did not start with that, with the Judgment Day, and I could not believe it. But first, the fans let Damian Priest talk. They let Rhea Ripley talk. I'm just waiting for Dominic to say something on the microphone, and it will be the funniest moment.
Who's really gonna stop us, huh?
Is Reco Rodriguez going to step out right now?
Let's try to answer that question. Let's run through a short list of the so-called heroes on Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens, saying?
There you go.
Land. Seth freaking Rollins. Impossible after the epic beating.
The guys just talking about nobody can stop them. Clayton says, I'm back. That's right. I love that, brother. Welcome back, Clayton. Ronnie says, Edge makes a lot of money. Why retire? It's true. That's true. Yeah. The first hour was pretty... Did you guys know, by the way, that Kane hasn't wrestled in years, right? He shows up maybe once or twice in a year, and he gets paid a royalty of about $90,000 to $100,000 per year from the WWE. Even today, every single year he gets paid about $90,000 to $100,000 per year. That's crazy big for a royalty check. You know, it's pretty big. So, yeah, even after these guys retire, as long as you're under the Legends contract, you're still making money. It's pretty good. Toxic Attraction was a good gimmick, but should have replaced with Rose, says Run DMG. It's sad to see how JC and, you know, the other lady just went down. Dolan, it's sad to see that. They were pretty good as a team. They had some charisma, some personality. They could have at least kept them as a tag team, but they decided to split them apart, and look at where they are now. They're nowhere. I can't be mad at you, AJ. You are my brother, my friend. I love that, Ricky. Much love to you. I haven't seen the Cena movie yet. Every single John Cena movie that I've seen so far has been boring, so I'm willing to give this one a chance. I will take a look.
Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. I can't erase those scars, but I will inflict scars.
There you go.
And those scars are gonna make me feel just a little bit better knowing that every day that you wake up and you look in the mirror, you'll remember the time that Finn Balor beat you for the World Heavyweight Champion.
I agree, Gary. The first hour was indeed pretty solid. Without the Judgment Day, but oh, Dominic! That's why they did not have Dominic start the whole segment. The fans will not let him finish it. Look at them, the fans booing the heck out of Dominic Mysterio right now. They will not let him talk. It's so good to see that. So good to see that. And Clayton says, I think Finn should end and will beat Seth Rollins. I think so too. I think the title's got to change hands at SummerSlam. I do believe so, 100%. Hey man, it's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, and True says they need to get over. Yeah, absolutely. The fans will not let him talk. Poor Dominic. By the way, Rey Mysterio said in a recent interview that, you know, no matter what happens, and despite the rivalry or the family problems that they have, he's very proud of Dominic and very proud of the performance that he put together last night at the Great American Bash. He's very proud of the title defense, and what a great star Dominic has become. So Rey Mysterio, being a father, as always, MJF does not get that kind of... That's right. The last time I checked, the fans let him talk. Right?
And hide. Because otherwise, they're gonna have to learn to enjoy their time.
Dominic had to have his poor mommy, or mommy, cut his promo for him. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Raquel Rodriguez finally on her way out. I was wondering if she was going to be here tonight, and here she is. After the pain, the punishment that she inflicted on Liv Morgan, Raquel had to come out here to settle their differences and seek retribution, and she's not taking it easy. It goes right after Rhea Ripley, and they're both fighting here. Look at the cat fight going on. Big blows to the back of Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley in trouble. She tosses her over to the corner. Rhea Ripley gets her boot up in time, setting Raquel Rodriguez back. Rodriguez once again with those punches to the back of Rhea, grabs her head, gets her down to the mat. Rhea is in big trouble indeed. Clayton says, I love Raquel. You gotta love what she's doing right now. Big clothesline to Rhea Ripley and tosses her to the outside. I like that. I really like that. Let's see. Love that 16 likes, Ricky. I like that. Okay. The Prince taking the title. Absolutely. It should happen, you know. A few years ago, it was at SummerSlam, I believe 2016, when Finn Balor defeated Seth Rollins at SummerSlam for the championship. One more time, you know, at SummerSlam, it should be Finn Balor repeating history and taking away the title. That's the right thing. That should be happening, and hopefully it does happen. Hopefully Finn Balor does win the championship at SummerSlam. It only makes sense. 2016. Thanks for that reminder, True. I am now reminded that 2017 was when Jinder Mahal was the champion. It's a whole different era altogether. That's sad. A quick turn of events. Raquel Rodriguez came over here hot. She clotheslined Rhea Ripley out of the ring down to the barricade, but things turned around very quickly, and now it is Raquel Rodriguez who's down and who's tending to her knee, and Rhea Ripley here standing tall. And she's the one who's laughing too. It's crazy. Andrew says, will the title change hands once or twice, AJ? Meaning Finn wins. Does Damien cash in on him? I mean, now, after Money Badger brought it up, I would like the idea of Damien Priest cashing in on Roman Reigns and becoming the new tribal chief. That would be just so weird. It's never going to happen, of course, because, you know, they have got their own thing going on, and it would absolutely ruin the whole party for the family if Damien Priest were to cash in. But at SummerSlam, does Damien Priest cash in? I think so. I think no, actually. I don't think so. Because I think they would like to keep this whole thing running, you know, this whole anticipation, this whole excitement about the Judgment Day. Are they going to split? Is Damien Priest going to cash in on Finn Balor? They're going to keep the fans on the edge of their seat for a longer period. After all, we're not looking at two rivals here as a champion or, you know, the Money in the Bank holder. We're looking at two friends, two brothers. So they're going to keep the anticipation, the excitement up. When is he going to cash in? When is the Judgment Day going to split? When is Damien Priest going to be betraying Finn Balor? That excitement is going to continue for months and months, and I don't think it's going to be, you know, all going down at SummerSlam. I don't think so. Let's see.
Wasn't asking for permission to be there. She was filling her basis of meekly occupying it. And then when we were on the Ultimate Fighter together, I knew right away that she was my first pick.
I came in to the Ultimate Fighter with a chip on my shoulder. It's kind of a show for up-and-comers. And I was way past...
It could be. I see a question right here from Clayton. This is going to be a match at SummerSlam. It could be. You know, so far we don't have a match with Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam on the card, so this could be the 9th match that'll be added to the SummerSlam card. So far we've got 8. We got Cody Brock, we got Seth Finn Balor, we got Asuka, Charlotte, and Bianca Belair. Triple threat for the championship. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Ricochet, Logan Paul, Gunther versus Drew, Ronda Rousey versus Shayna. Of course, the SummerSlam Slim Jim Battle Royal, and I feel like this could be the 9th match. If Raquel Rodriguez is cleared to wrestle, that is, this could be the 9th match happening at SummerSlam, so we shall see. Jinder being champion almost killed SmackDown. That was the time that they were pushing Roman Reigns to the next level, even though fans did not want Roman Reigns. They were pushing him as a big star, and also Jinder Mahal was the guy leading SmackDown. I hated Roman Reigns back. I did not like him. I did not appreciate the push, and that's why SummerSlam, you know, SummerSlam happened, and it was like a 4-night event at Barclays Center, you know, same venue, 4 nights, back to back to back. You had NXT, you had SummerSlam, you had Raw, you had SmackDown. I went to NXT, I went to SummerSlam, I skipped Raw just because I did not want to see Roman Reigns, you know, being the guy on Raw. I skipped Raw and I went to SmackDown. Yeah. Just because I did not want to see, you know, this guy Roman Reigns. But SmackDown was pretty cool that year, because we had 2017, I'm sorry. We had Jinder Mahal being the champion, of course. We had the debut of Bobby Roode, and I remember the whole Barclays Center, the whole Brooklyn just come alive when Bobby Roode made his debut on SmackDown. It was amazing. I got goosebumps when I saw Bobby Roode coming out with that grand entrance. It's sad how it all came, you know, falling apart, and now Bobby Roode is just, I guess, a lucid dream, right? It's a memory, a blurred memory, that too. I think Damien Priest is gonna cash in on Finn, says Clayton. All right, I think it'll be happening eventually, but I don't see it happening SummerSlam. We shall see, though. We shall see when we watch the show together this Saturday night. It's gonna be good. Rhea Ripley will be at NXT tomorrow, says Andy. That's gonna be sweet. We'll look forward to it. And let's see what else do we have here. True says, I want Shayna to win. Me too. I don't know if this is going to be the last match for Ronda Rousey, as the dirt sheets are claiming for it to be. Dirt sheets say this is the last match. She's, you know, bidding farewell to the company. She's bidding farewell to wrestling altogether. She's going to be doing something else. And she always wanted the last match, you know, to be against Shayna Baszler. That's because Shayna Baszler apparently was the one who got her into wrestling in the first place, which I'm very confused about, because in her autobiography, in her book, My Fight, Your Fight, Ronda Rousey clearly mentioned that she was a fan of wrestling ever since she was a little baby, right? She had that Hulk Hogan plush toy that she used to wrestle around the house as a kid. And now she's talking about how Shayna Baszler was the one who got into wrestling. So I'm a little confused in that context. But anyways, according to the dirt sheets, she always wanted Shayna Baszler to be the final opponent in wrestling, and that's what's happening, and that she's leaving wrestling altogether. Let me know what you guys think. If you think that Ronda Rousey is indeed wrestling her last match at SummerSlam, let me know, guys. And let's see what else do we have here. Andrew says, I'm not so sure. They have been pushing Finn out for a while, says Andrew. Again, also with that JD McDonough, rumors, everybody was expecting JD McDonough to appear and replace Finn Balor already by this time now. It hasn't happened yet, so what are the chances that we see JD McDonough perhaps clashing up against Finn Balor maybe at SummerSlam, maybe the night after SummerSlam? It's got to be exciting, They both have quite in common. They both, I believe, would make for a great feud together. Seth Rollins is definitely, in my books, he's definitely going to be dropping the title at SummerSlam, and that's also because he's talked about the pending surgeries that he has to undergo soon, because there are some problems that he needs to fix and he needs to get work done. So Seth Rollins is definitely going to be dropping the title, and he will be taking time away from the ring because he has to get some surgeries done. It's his health that matters the most. So I feel like Seth is dropping the title to Finn at SummerSlam, and that's a given. That's what I feel. Liv is gonna tear Rhea apart with no remorse, says Tony. I'll be looking forward to it very eagerly. I see Finn Balor reuniting with AJ Styles, and I would like that. The only problem is that AJ is on SmackDown, Finn right now on Raw, so that's the only problem. Maybe a year later, the next draft comes up, and we see the two reuniting. That would be nice. Let's see. Clinton says, I hope it'll be a good match. I hope so too, my brother. I still think Bobby Roode was great when he was the it factor in Impact Wrestling. Yeah. Bobby was fantastic. Bobby was fantastic also in NXT, but he comes up to the main roster, and now, look at wherever he is. I feel like just a breaking point for Bobby Roode when he was paired up with Dolph Ziggler and they started calling them the Dirty Dogs. I think that was the most absurd and just a very weird way to book Bobby Roode. Calling yourself a dog or being called a dog is never a good idea, and these guys were called Dirty Dogs every single week, and it was just weird. It just did not seem right to me. Also, being paired up with Dolph Ziggler is never a good idea because that's going to take you nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. So it was just the breaking point for Bobby Roode, and sadly, he's gone now. A worked MMA match on Saturdays is true. That's right. It's going to be interesting how it all plays out. Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler. I wonder, I would have liked for it to be a cinematic MMA match. I would have liked it very much. It would have been something different for Ronda, and would have been more entertaining for the fans also to watch it from, on TV. But it doesn't look like it's going to be a cinematic match. It's been a while since we've seen cinematic matches, right? It's been a long time. I would like at least one of those to come back in the future. I'm excited to see what Bobby Lashley has cooked. Me too. Very much excited. And for that reason, Clayton, I was thinking that, okay, Carmelo's definitely dropping the title because he's going to move up to SmackDown and join Bobby Lashley in the Street Profits. But since he's still the champion, I wonder if he's going to take that NXT title and also join Bobby Lashley on SmackDown. We shall see. I believe this is going to be the Ronda Rousey's last match unless she pushes for her leave till Mania. She was a fan, but she did not pursue it. Shayna already in, I see, that way. Thanks for that, True. If Finn loses, JD replaces him. Wow. I think that even if he wins, JD McDonough comes in, and we see maybe JD McDonough comes in as a member of the Judgment Day, only to conspire against Finn Balor while he's a member, only to turn his own friends, his own brothers and sister against himself, and then conspire against Finn Balor and kick him out of the faction. That would be pretty cool as well. We all know that JD McDonough is a very manipulative guy. He could do that. He could absolutely do that. Let's see. Ricky says, you think Priest cashing in? I don't think so, Ricky. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't think that the cash in will happen so quickly. I think they're going to be maybe pushing it until Royal Rumble. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I feel. I would like to see Seth teaming with a best dude and Nathan Fraser before Seth retires. Yeah, it would be nice, Andy. But the draft isn't a thing, right? It still goes from brand to brand. You're right. But I feel like there are some exceptions that they make. But to create a whole tag team and define the brand is going to be a whole different thing. Exceptions can be made one night or the other, but just overlook the draft and make a tag team is something else. And I don't think that they can go down to those limits. I hope not. And here we are now with the Alpha Academy.
Represented the Academy well, just like one of us is going to represent the Academy well when we win the SummerSlam Battle Royal this weekend.
That's terrible.
First match of the night, and with a stellar performance, my best man here restores the honor of this great sport. And you don't hesitate a second trying to do that jumping in?
Are you kidding? Did you see her technical proficiency? I taught her everything she knows.
These two are former tag team champions and my coach is not my favorite athlete.
No big athlete. You can't find life. You heard her speak, you're hanging out with that freak. What happened? I mean,
Okay.
He's really not worth your time. I mean, somebody like Gable, he last 5 minutes in the ring with the ding and an eye.
it's a good point, actually. Because the last 2 weeks have been a little bit of a roller coaster for me. My soul
This is
has
interesting.
to do with dragging somebody around the ring for a little bit. And you know what? Put the clock on the wall. I won't need 5 minutes for you.
5 minutes? I'll last 5 hours if I want to, but you know what? I'll take a 5-minute challenge. If you want to get out of it, why don't you leave your crew in the back?
Wow. Are we really getting a match? I like that. Wow. I'm very curious, how did this come about? Okay, so we're gonna be getting a match between Chad Gable and Gunther tonight. That's a pretty big deal. Gunther wrestling on an episode of Raw right before SummerSlam. I guess this could be a placeholder for Drew McIntyre to come in and maybe help Gable get the victory or something like that. This could be it. This could be the only reason why the match is taking place at all. Yet, Drew McIntyre is definitely interfering. There's no way that we're actually going to be getting a clean finish to that match between Chad Gable and Gunther. As good as it sounds, we're not getting a clean finish to that match. Absolutely not. I know, Drew. I know. Just disrespecting the Olympian. It's sad. But that's what the ring general does. Don't mess with Dragunov. That is funny. And he says they need to stop doing the draft. I'm so over it for several years. I know, brother. And here we are now with Jonah in the back, smiling as he watches Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't know why. I look at Jonah, I'm kind of reminded, of myself whenever I look at him. He's got the shades. He's got a nice beard. He wears nice suits every single week. I think he's basically stealing my gimmick. I don't know if I should send him a cease and desist, but I feel like he's stealing my gimmick. I really think so. Tony says, Ricky, I personally think so. I would love to see Damien cash in the case and steal. I would like to see it too, but I feel it's too much drama for one night. SummerSlam is going to be a very dramatic pay-per-view. We're already seeing one family falling apart in Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso's match. I don't think we're going to be seeing two falling apart that same night. I don't think that Damien is going to cash in. Or if he does try to, he's not going to be successful at it, I feel. Imperium will interfere first, says Trent. Yeah, probably. You're right. There's no way that... You're right. Good point there, Drew, because if Drew interferes first, that makes him look like a bad guy. So he's got to be coming out, but he's got to come out to make the save. So that makes a lot more sense, Drew. My brother David is in the house. Good to see ya. Good to see ya, brother David. Welcome. And he says, sue him, AJ. I probably should. I look at him, and really, the suit, the glasses, the beard, the smile, the everything. This guy literally trying to be AJ. Except for a couple of people popping up on all three shows. What's the problem, sister? Yeah, I know, right? I know. Ricky says, I see Priest cash in at WrestleMania. Thank you, David. A cash-in at WrestleMania would be iconic. But the question is Priest big enough to really make that moment happen? It would be something, right? I mean, do you see Damian Priest on the same level as Seth Rollins? That would be quite interesting, though, you know, if you think about it. What if history repeats when it comes to Seth Rollins? First, he'll drop the title to Finn Balor at SummerSlam. History repeating itself, right? And then at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins, maybe in a one-on-one match, Damian Priest cashes in, makes it a triple threat, steals the title, runs away with the title, leaving Seth Rollins in awe and of giving him a taste of his own medicine from a few years ago, and making history repeat itself. It would be very interesting if that were to happen, not once but twice to Seth Rollins. Andy says, AJ, I wish one day I would do color commentary. That would be fantastic, Andy. I would like that a lot. I was actually thinking about it, guys. I was thinking, you know, maybe we should do like this whole concept. We tried it once or twice, but I was thinking of a format of where we could do, you know, like interactive sessions, voice calls during the show. Maybe we do, let's say, a 10 minutes, you know, cap on each call, and 10 minutes, you know, anybody calls in, they can talk for 10 minutes, and then we switch over to the next caller, or maybe we do a few minutes without a call, and then we switch back to a caller. I was thinking about something like that. Give me any ideas if you guys have any ideas, any suggestions, because I'm more than open to it. I would like to, you know, hear from all of you guys, even on calls, if you can. I think that'd be a pretty sweet thing. Also, you know, people in the chat like to hear other people talk as well, so I was thinking about it. It's funny that Andy also mentioned it, because I've been thinking about it too, back of my head. Cash in as soon as Cody wins. Oh my god. I would like that. I'll like that a lot now, True. Now I'm thinking about Cody Rhodes and how he could be getting screwed over by Damian Priest now. It's so funny. I would like that a lot. I would like that a lot. The struggle, the grind continues for Cody. It will be funny. So funny. I really want for that to happen, guys. This would be so much better than Damian Priest cashing in on Finn or Seth Rollins. It would be incredible if he cashes in on Cody Rhodes. It will be a thing of beauty. True, I love you for that comment. What do you guys think? Should Damian Priest cash in on Cody at WrestleMania as soon as he wins? I think so. It would be amazing. All right, still at the commercial break right now. Let's see what else do we have. So, has the Rhea Ripley match been added yet? Not yet. I think we'll first have to see if Raquel Rodriguez is able to wrestle and able to compete, clear to compete after, of course, the beating tonight. So that is yet to be seen. Oh, this is interesting. So Cody Rhodes wishes that he had this AEW star by his side in WWE. Who is this guy? Cody Rhodes worked closely with a variety of people, from MJF to Dusty Rhodes to QT Marshall to Red Velvet, but he wants Arn Anderson by his side. That is interesting. He says, I love Arn, I miss him. Rhodes told No Slam Wrestling, I would move a lot of things and move mountains if the opportunity came for Arn to show up and come to my aid one more time. So Cody wants Arn Anderson by his side, in his corner, even in the WWE. It's very interesting. Whatever, we are back from the commercial right here. Ciampa, Shinsuke, and I just realized they're wearing matching colors tonight. The black and the yellow, and they're not even in New York tonight. But it's interesting. They're wearing matching gear, almost looking like a tag team, but they're wrestling against each other. Very interesting. I wonder if this was color coordinated, but yes, same colors. Really, this should be a tag team, not opponents. But love that. True. Andy says, I want Priest to cash in on Roman Reigns at Mania. That's not going to happen. Arn Anderson isn't going to do it, says Andy. You think so? Would he not do it for Cody? Don't think so? All right. Let's see. Shinsuke Nakamura once again grabs Tommaso Ciampa from behind. Oh my goodness, Jonah still looking on over there. Yeah, this guy reminds me of myself so much. I don't know. Alright, it's not even funny. Ciampa once again grabbing Shinsuke by the head. Shinsuke with a big kick to the side of the head of Ciampa. Ciampa taking it back. Shinsuke in trouble. Ciampa grabbing him, hitting with a DDT. Shinsuke goes down, head out, bouncing off the mat over here. Ciampa goes for the cover, but Shinsuke with a kick out again. Mustafa says, only way Roman Reigns losing the title is if he gets attacked by 10 wrestlers. Yeah, The guy has been champion for so long, it's hard to imagine him losing to anybody just yet, right? He won't do it because of WWE. I see, true. I see. No Arneson said he wouldn't do that for WWE, says Andy as well. Wow. So I guess that wish is always going to be a wish for Cody, unless he goes back to AEW. Now, True says that he thinks that, you know, Cody will go back to AEW eventually. Does anybody else also feel the same way about Cody? Is he got to go back to AEW, you know, at the end of the day? Let me know if you also shared the same feelings as True here, guys. All right.
Superstars will take part this Saturday in the SummerSlam Battle Royal at Ford Field, 8 p.m. Eastern Start Time, streaming on WWE on Peacock. Which of these two will march in with the added confidence and momentum?
It's so funny. All right, so it lets me change it actually lets me change the sound and the audio for commentary. I can change languages. So let me try and see how does wrestling commentary sound in other languages. 1 second, yeah. So first, of course, we've got English. Let's try it. Dear. Mustafa says, I love WWE since Oh, of course, brother. Those were the good days. The WWF days were great days. Shinsuke gets a victory, by the way, over Tommaso Ciampa. Good for him. Shinsuke victorious.
He's as smart as the day is long and realize
So, of course, this is the English commentary. If I want to go to something else, let's say Tamil, that is an Indian language. You can barely hear them. It's so interesting. You've got commentary in like, what, three Indian languages, and the show streams at 5 o'clock in the morning. You gotta wonder how many people actually wake up at 5 in the morning to watch wrestling. Spanish commentary is always hype, yeah. Spanish commentary is the best, I agree. I don't even understand Spanish, but it's the best. We see it at Triple Mania. It is fantastic. Don't they also throw out some curses while doing commentary? They don't hold back at all, right? It's awesome. Ancient changes to Irish. I don't have Irish, but I only have like some Indian languages here. I've got Tamil. I've got some of the language. Telugu. Let's take a look at that as well. You guys hear that? Yeah, the microphone that they're using is not that great. You can tell. It's quite. It gets mixed up with the audio. Let's see. And that's Hindi.
रोमन रेंस ने ये बड़ी दहाड़ के साथ बताया कि उन्हीं का राज है, ब्लड लाइन उनका ही है, ट्राइबल कॉम्बैट.
Yeah, that's the Hindi commentary. All right, so let's see. I was actually approached, during the pandemic, I was approached by a Hindi commentator for the WWE, and they wanted to do a podcast with me. And I said, sure, like, if you guys want to do it, let's do it. And they said, all right, so we'll get you, on TV as well, and we'll do Hindi commentary together and stuff. Ultimately, I said, okay, all right, sounds interesting. It sounded too good to be true, in the first place, but that was something that they offered. I said, all right. So we did, like, a couple shows together. But it just turned out that the person was trying to basically use my skills here when it comes to all these graphics and, my own skills, my verbal skills and whatnot, to get himself over with the wrestling community, because the commentator was not popular in wrestling, so they were just trying to use me to get over, not creating any content themselves, but expecting me to create all the content while they just show up and talk for like 30 minutes or so. I realized that too quickly, and, we shut it down, but yeah, I had that experience where they offered, to do this, but that's that. It would have been a pretty cool show in India, at least, if it would have been something. But people can't be selfish. That said, no, they did not want to pay me. No. So yeah, but I was advised by a lot of people, don't do it, AJ. But I said, okay, it's a guy sounds good, so why not? Let's try it. But it was not worth it. So good thing that we shut it down. Gary says, is Collision gonna be? I'll tell you, two best things that have happened to me ever since I started streaming. One best thing that happened to me, and that's the most important one, is all of you guys, right? That's like the best thing that happened. The community that we've made. It's little, but it's great, and I'm so grateful for it. The second best thing that ever happened was Twitch. It was a great opportunity, that came forward itself. It was nothing that I did. It just came forward itself. They saw our work on YouTube, they loved it, and they just came forward, and with the offer, it was great. So yeah, that's, I was talking to Nautic as well the other day, that sometimes these algorithms and everything else, they can really be hard, and you don't know what's really happening, you don't know where the numbers are, and stuff like that. You can't control that stuff. And we were just talking about it, and Nautic said, just stay patient and keep working. I said, that's right. That's the mantra that I'll follow too. You just got to be patient. You got to keep up the honest and hard work, and success comes to you. That's what I believe in. Anyways, that's enough lecture for tonight. We are still in commercial right now. Gary says, is Collision going to be live Saturday night when they go head-to-head with SummerSlam? Yes, it will be live, but I was reading on the dirt sheet like a few minutes ago that they are going to be taping an episode of Collision and Dynamite together on the same night. So here is the article on Wrestling INC. It says that while there are plenty of mysteries surrounding AEW All In London, England, including how and where it will be broadcast, involved matches will be featured on the card, a lesser-known mystery has been what AEW will be doing with Collision that weekend, with no venue for Saturday's show announced for August 26th. As it turns out, Collision will be recorded on Wednesday that week. So we're talking the end of August, the last Collision of August. That's going to be pre-taped on Wednesday night instead of the Saturday. So it's not going to be live. But until then, I believe all the collisions leading to that night are going to be live, including this weekends. That's right. Okay, so...
Earlier tonight here on Monday Night Raw, Raquel Rodriguez in her home state of Texas wasn't gonna let Rhea Ripley trust talk her. Injured at all, Raquel appeared, going blow for blow on Ripley. Raquel still...
Yeah, me too, Tony. Me too. I'm just waiting. I was refreshing the page actually right now. I was wondering if they have announced the match yet.
Judgment Day. Well, tonight, Rhea looked to finish what she started a few weeks ago.
Is Adam Pearce gonna make the match official right now? Let's
I
see.
know you want a match with Rhea. Okay, but you're not clear. I also can tell how personal it is for you, so I want you to listen to me. I'm gonna give you my word. Just as soon as you are clear to get back in that ring, I will give you your match. When you're clear, you have my word.
Alright, finally the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar coming out, and really, the fans have got to be feeling a lot more alive now. But Raquel Rodriguez has been promised by Adam Pearce that she will get her match against Rhea Ripley once she is cleared. Now the question is she going to get cleared before SummerSlam, or are we going to be waiting after SummerSlam that she's cleared and will get a match against Rhea Ripley? What do you guys think? Are we getting this match at SummerSlam or not? Because so far we've got 8 matches. Are they going to turn it up to a 9? Let's see, but here we are. Brock Lesnar making his way out. No pyros. He's not really jumping around. He's not smiling. Brock Lesnar is down to business tonight. He's not really here for the fans. Look at this guy. No interaction, no high fives, no jumping around, no pyros, no show off. Brock Lesnar is a serious cowboy tonight. Speaking of pain, here comes the pain. You know it, Tony. Business is about to pick up. Yeah, I like the order that they have actually maintained in the show tonight. Start off, the first hour is pretty good. The second hour we kicked it off with the Judgment Day, as they would have liked to. Then we switched over to of course the whole thing, Raquel Rodriguez, but now Brock Lesnar coming out. Just about the time that the show was kind of starting to get dull, Brock Lesnar comes out and just brings the crowd back to life. I like it. I like the order that they've maintained throughout the show tonight. He will clear on Friday. You think so? She will clear on Friday. I like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm really hoping that she gets cleared and we get this match between Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley. And for the title, that too. I mean, if she wins, if Raquel Rodriguez is able to beat Rhea Ripley, she's gonna have her first World Championship, her first single title in WWE on the main roster. Pretty awesome. We have to have it at SummerSlam Cincinnati. I agree. Oh, they're chanting Cody. I thought they were chanting Brocky. Alright, cool.
My name is Brock Lesnar.
Nice. He's been gone so long I forgot who he is. Good thing he's introducing himself.
An NCAA heavyweight wrestling champion.
There we go.
I am a UFC heavyweight champion.
Cool.
I am WWE heavyweight champion of the world. And if there's one thing I know about championships, is that this is fight week. The life is over.
Did he say he is WWE champion of the world? I think he should have used past tense, not present. He is not the champion. But Tony says, Brock, you're not Paul Heyman. What? I know. Yeah. I know.
I get paid to fight,
The what chance?
to kick ass against Cody Rhodes. This Saturday at SummerSlam,
That's right.
Cody Rhodes gets paid to get his ass kicked by Brock Lesnar. So let's cut to crap. I've already been here way too long tonight. Cody, if you want to come out here and tell me otherwise, be my guest. I'll respect that. Come out here, look me dead in the eyes, shake my hand, and I'll see you Saturday.
That's cool.
If you don't come out here and shake my hand, I'll see you Saturday. You got like 9 seconds before I leave this town. 5, 4,
Wow. And here he is, Cody Rhodes beating that 5 count, and he comes out here, of course, always up for the challenge. Brock says, I'm gonna get paid. I love this guy. This promo was the realest promo that we've possibly heard in the history of pro wrestling. He came out here, he said, I get paid to beat his ass this Saturday. He gets paid to get his ass beat this Saturday. If Cody, you want to come out, have a little face-to-face, come out now. Otherwise, I'm leaving, I'm going home. Brock Lesnar keeps it real. And here he is, Cody Rhodes coming out now. And the top that he's wearing tonight, guys, it reminds me of his legacy days. If you guys remember, Cody used to wear this fashion of a top, this style of a top a lot when he was with the legacy. He used to wear it a lot. And one more time, he's wearing that kind of a top again. What do you call tops like these that are open from the side? Is there a name for these kind of tops? But anyways, he used to wear these a lot when he was with the legacy. And one more time, history repeating itself. Cody is ticked off. Cody must have a dark match later. That's why he's in a ring gear, not in a suit. Oh, that's right, true. Yeah, it's good to see him not in a suit tonight, though. Yeah, you're right, though. He must be having a dark match or something. You're right, it makes sense. If he is having a dark match, I've got to say, the crowd tonight has been in for a treat. Really has been. You know, it's interesting because you bring it up now, true. Every single Raw taping that I've ever been to has never had dark matches. It just hit me right now. I don't know if I feel a little bit robbed at the moment, but I just realized every single Raw show that I've been to have never had dark matches. Never. Not even one that I've been to has had dark matches. I've seen SmackDown being taped after Raw. You know, I've seen that before. Back in the day, WrestleMania, they used to tape SmackDown immediately after Raw. So I've seen 2 of those, but I've never had dark matches following Raw. Yeah, sleeveless shirts. But that's not just sleeveless. That's like everything less, right? It's like cut all the way down. That's got to be more than sleeveless, right? I don't know. It's like it's all the way down. So, yeah. Anyways, here we are. Cody not looking happy, no smiles, just looking dark, deep down into the eyes of Brock Lesnar. Shakes his hand. But that's not how we're going to be ending this, right? Adam Pearce is going to be the happiest man alive if these guys actually walk off without a fight tonight. Oh. Wow. This was the most oh my goodness, Cody flies down Brock Lesnar. Crazy how this guy was the man who started the fight tonight. Not Brock, but instead Cody did it. I don't know if that was the right call to be made. I was about to call this the most respectful face-to-face, the most respectful and brief confrontation that we've ever seen, but look at what's happened, and Cody is to be blamed here. And true, if Brock Lesnar, as it seems right now, is gonna have the upper hand, it's gotta be the guy standing tall, does that mean that he's losing at SummerSlam? Because that is what it seems like right now, does it not? True says the ones I've been to have had dark matches before and after the show. Yeah. I think before the show I've seen dark matches, but not after the show. Never after the show. Before the show I've seen a couple of dark matches. Yeah. Never after the show. Never. I'm reminded of this one segment, by the way. There was this one segment where Seth Rollins was to be presented with a statue of his own. And Triple H and Stephanie McMahon came out, to present Seth Rollins with that statue. And they had like this big black box and the curtain all around it, and everybody was wondering what is that in that box, and what is it in that box. And turned out there was Sting. Sting was standing there all along, and they had the curtains removed, and Sting was standing there in the front and the center. They brought that box out like 30 minutes before the segment. They brought the box out, and we went to like 2 commercials and whatnot. We went through the whole segment. We went through all the entrances. Sting stood there in that box for like 30 minutes, and when the curtain actually came down, he was all sweaty, and his face paint was kind of started to fade away. It was so funny. I was live for that one. It was amazing. And here we are now. There's Brock Lesnar here one more time in the ring. Looks like we're looking at a few. Oh, F5 right off the bat. I thought he was gonna go for the German suplexes, but okay, F5. Brock is not here in the mood to fight, you can tell. Because if he really wanted to fight, he would hit him with a series of German suplexes. He would punish him, he would talk some trash, and then he would hit him with the F5 and be on his way out. Tonight, he just doesn't want to fight. Cody made him do it. He did not want to do it, and you can see it right now. And he says Cody needed to do something to build his confidence. And there you go. There goes his confidence crashing all the way down. Cody's probably been I know, true, yeah. True and I always talk about this WWE logic all the time, and it always is the case. If you're the man who stands tall on the go-home show, you're more certainly going down in the actual pay-per-view. And if that logic also is going to be, staying true to, in this case, Brock is definitely losing at SummerSlam, because tonight he was the guy standing tall. One more time, says Ricky. That's right. No, not another time, brother. We go to a commercial right here. Tonight, Brock did not want to fight Cody. He did not want to fight. And you could tell. That's right. And he says, I think so too, true. That's right. It seems like Brock is definitely going to be winning at SummerSlam. Pretty interesting. So, we are now done with about 2 hours of the show. We've still got about an hour and 10 minutes left. The segment may have very well saved the second hour. I agree. to be honest, I was almost feeling that this show has started to get a little bit boring, a little bit dull. Then Brock Lesnar came out, his music hit, and everybody came alive, including myself, so it was good to see that. Let's see. What else do we have here? This is quite interesting. So Chelsea Green, with a very interesting confession. She says, I wanted to portray a nun in the WWE. That's crazy. Chelsea Green is well known for pitching ideas for her own creative, and she says that, let's see, the nun was my favorite pitch. I wanted to be one of Seth's, she wanted to be one of Seth Rollins' followers and come out in a very nun-like vibe. I got made fun of a lot on Twitter for that. That is hilarious. She wanted to portray a nun? I don't even know what to think about this. What do you guys think? Portraying a nun? Okay, alright. And let's see, Andy says, Brock versus Gunther at Mania. Brother, give me that match. We all want that match to happen, right? Brock and Gunther, we all want for it to happen. Really do. It's how most pro wrestling goes since the 80s, is true. Absolutely, brother. If you're going down or going up on the go-home show, you're going down on the pay-per-view. Rock's daughter Ava is dating Indy... Really? Talk about making AJ go speechless. Is that right? Oh my, I'm like out of words right now. Is that right? No way. Really? Ava Rain, Rock's daughter, is dating Indy Hartwell? Huh. Wow, okay. I had no idea. That's crazy. That's crazy. Did anybody else know about it as well? I had no idea. Okay. So you want me to check x.com, Ricky? Alright, let's see. Check social media. I will check right now. That's big. Have they made it public as well? Let's see. So I'm on Indy. So I don't see anything about it. What is happening? Indy's Mara says, I'm very much confused. Are you playing with me right now, guys? I see nothing on Indy Hartwell's social media right now. What is happening here? We'll need more context. I had no idea that this was ever a thing. Okay. Alright. So Indy is married, says Money Badger. That's what I'm talking about. I had Indy had said she was on the beach with Ava. So maybe they're just hanging out as friends, yeah? I don't know, dating might be a bit too much, guys. I don't know. And it was here we are. Oh, this is gonna be a good match. Gunther making his way out, and he's fighting Chad Gable. The reason why I actually laughed here is that Chad Gable did not even get to make his entrance on TV, and we all know what happens when you don't even get your entrance on TV. You're definitely losing the match, and that's what's gonna be happening. Broman says this match is gonna be good. I thought so too, until we came back from the commercial with Chad Gable already in the ring, and that makes me feel like it's gonna be a short match, and Chad will lose this match, I feel. And there you go, it's a 5. Oh my, they have a countdown going on too, because Gunther said, you know, I don't even need 5 minutes with you, and I guess that's what's happening. They've got a countdown going on. It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, that's right, bro, man. I mean, I already knew this was going to be a short match, but the fact that they've got a countdown going on is crazy. It's crazy. Alright, Ricky, I'll take a look at it, brother. And here we are now. Gunther over the headlock on Chad Gable, tossing him around the ring here, and he's laughing. He's smiling. It's crazy. I know, bro, man. I'm with you on that. 1 hour less is Money Badger. That's right. This is just filling up those 5 minutes of the second hour. They had no idea what to do in those 5 minutes, so just filled up time with this Chad Gable versus Gunther match, getting us all excited, but of course giving us this. Alright, let's see. I guess the best thing that can happen right now to Chad Gable in this match is that he does not lose in 5 minutes. That's the best case scenario for Chad Gable. Alright, and here we are. chain wrestling on display at the moment. Gunther trying to overpower the Olympian, again showing a lack of respect towards the Olympian, as Drew said early on, and Gunther trying to overpower him. Andy says, AJ, do you think Maxine will ever be champion in WWE? At this point, I don't think so. Even though Maxine is so entertaining, right, there's just so much competition in the WWE right now. Even in the women's division, it's thriving, and there are so many talented people right there. And she's not like an actual competitor. She competes here and there, but you cannot take her seriously as a full-time wrestler just yet. So for that reason, I don't think that she could be a champion within these 2 years, but maybe after that, perhaps if things change, she could be champion one day. But as I can see her right now, I don't see her becoming champion anytime soon. Let me know what you think, brother. Let me know if you see her becoming champion one day. Triple H does not need a picture-in-picture break on Raw or SmackDown. That's right. That's right. AJ, do you think NXT will give the women's division another singles title? I don't know. You know, the fact that they actually took away NXT's tag team titles makes me think that no. I really doubt it. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen. Let me know what do you think, Andy, and anybody else as well. Gunther is going to be making an excellent world champion. Without a doubt, Gunther puts so much respect on the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, I felt so bad whenever I looked at this title, on the shoulders of Sami Zayn or all the people that have held the title over the past few years. It just looked terrible. First, they made a total joke out of the title. The title was never featured on any pay-per-view. It was not taken seriously. It seemed more like a liability than anything else. They had no idea what to do with the title, so they just put it on random people, and those people held on to the title forever because they had no idea what to do with it. So Gunther put a lot of respect on the title. He's made the title great, and I can only imagine what a great world champion this guy's gonna be. I really hope that the Imperium stays a thing. I really, really hope that it doesn't get cracked up, it doesn't get split, because the Imperium as a whole is fantastic, and I feel like Gunther needs the Imperium. He needs both Ludwig Kaiser as well as Vinci behind him to really be shown off and shown across as a real deal. He needs his henchmen. He does. And that's right, 2 minute time. We've got about a minute left now before the match is gonna be over, that is. Ankle lock submission hold now locked in on Gunther. Just like I said, the best thing that can happen is that Chad Gable does not lose in these 5 minutes. That's the best thing that can happen to him at the moment, because he said that, hey, I can last 50 minutes with you, which makes me think that it also opens up room for an Iron Man match if he actually does not lose this match. I would actually like an Iron Man match between Gunther and Chad Gable. I would like it a lot. But it seems like Chad Gable has started to fade away. Gunther had his massive arms locked around his head. Once again, just cutting off the oxygen flow. Chad Gable in trouble trying to get away here. Gunther not letting go of Gable so easily. We got 20 seconds left. All that Chad Gable's got to do now is stay here, not fade away, not give up. Come on, Chad. Don't do it. Gunther gets him up on his shoulders. Chad Gable with the foot. Oh my, he's gonna survive. He is gonna survive these 5 minutes, guys. Yes. He's a survivor. He is a survivor. I like that. Mr. D saying good to see ya. That's right, Tony. He survived. I don't think either. But they need to do something to help the other women. I agree, Andy. That's right. Victory. Well, yeah, almost a victory. Damn. That was awesome. That was great. Is Gunther gonna chop himself after disappointing himself? What's happening? That's not the right call, to be honest. And a drop kick to Gunther right off the bat, and he goes down hard. I feel that the perfect booking here should have been Gunther and Chad Gable part 2, but this time an Iron Man match. Because, you know, in that little backstage segment when Gunther said, I don't even need 5 minutes against you, Chad Gable told him, I can last 15 minutes with you in the ring. So an Iron Man match would have made sense, but I guess we're going to just end this right here, right now. And that's right, interesting indeed, bro, man. And good to see you once again, Mr. D saying welcome. SummerSlam feeling like a rematch slam for me. That's funny, Money Badger, okay. Alright, Walter loses, WTF says true, Gable will lose now, and that's why I hate the fact that the match has restarted. I don't like it, because one thing's for certain, Gable's gonna lose, but I also think that this could be, you know, that moment that Imperium comes in, stops Gable from winning, and Drew McIntyre comes in and saves Gable. This could be it. Yeah. That's probably what's gonna happen. Gable will come this close to winning, Imperium will come in and will save Gunther, only for Drew to come in and stand tall as a hero. That's what's going to be happening. Is the title on the line? No, not tonight, but at SummerSlam the title will be on the line as Gunther takes on Drew McIntyre, so we've got to wait until Saturday night. So far, once again, guys, if you guys are wondering, we got 7 matches on the card for SummerSlam. We got Cody versus Brock singles match, we got Seth versus Finn Balor for the world title, we got Asuka, Charlotte, and Bianca Belair in a triple threat match for the title, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Ricochet versus Paul Heyman, Gunther versus McIntyre, Ronda versus Shayna, and of course the SummerSlam Battle Royal. This is very interestingly, SummerSlam, we don't have one tag team match, and I like that. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of tag team matches, and I'm not the biggest fan of multi-man matches, Slim Jim Battle Royal, right? So I'm kind of glad that we don't have tag team matches, 6-man, 4-man, 8-man, none of that stuff. Just good old one-on-one matches and one triple threat. I like the card for SummerSlam, really do. It's very similar to the Clash at the Castle card. You know, they're going forward with the big name one-on-one single matches, most of them, and I like that. I like that a lot. And let's see, we got Andy saying Gunther lost by DQ at a house show. Really? It's interesting. Thanks for sharing that, Andy. True says Paul Heyman would faint. Yeah. Andy says Asuka better keep her belt. I know, Io Shirai, that's right. Io Shirai is going to be taking a very close look. Io Sky is going to be taking a very close look and might cash in at SummerSlam. You never know. Yeah. Because Damian Priest is not cashing in, we might see Io cashing in for sure. Again, I'm very, very, very confident that this guy Damian will not cash in at SummerSlam. True, what do you think? Because True is always, you know, correct with his predictions. So I want to find out what does True think here. True, do you think that Damian Priest is going to cash in at SummerSlam? Yes or no? Let us know. I'll tell you what, guys. Whatever True says is not a prediction, it's a spoiler. So let's hear it from the man himself. Let us know, True, do you think that Damian Priest is going to cash in at SummerSlam? Let us know and we'll have our answer. Certain answer. And here we are back from the commercial break, and Chad Gable now giving... Oh, we don't always see Gunther getting chopped, do we? But Gunther got chopped pretty well here by Gable once, twice, before he turns it around on Gable himself and chops him across the chest again and again. And look at just Gable fading away. Gable, by the way, when we were on the commercial break, we saw a beautiful moonsault from Gable onto Gunther. Gunther once again in control here with 3 tremendous chops across the chest of Gable. Gable down and he's hurt. I think Priest will wait. There you go, guys. You have your answer. I said it first. I said he's gonna wait. It's not gonna happen at SummerSlam. And now True with the confirmation seal. I'm telling you guys, it's not happening at SummerSlam. True said it, and now it's for certain it's not happening. We're not seeing Damian walking away with the championship at SummerSlam. WWE's gonna milk it up, guys. You know, there's already so much stuff happening at SummerSlam. They don't need for Damian to cash in. They're gonna milk it out pretty well. They're gonna make a whole drama out of it until Damian finally cashes in. They're gonna tease it so much. Yeah, that's gotta be, you know, their driving point to every single pay-per-view. People are gonna tune in just to watch Damian cash in, and he's not gonna cash in. It's gonna be interesting how it turns out. Makes sense that Priest will wait till Mania. Yeah, Mania or before Mania or after Mania, I think Priest will wait. And here we are going for the cover once again on Gable. Gable kicking out. Broman says, I'm glad they're letting them wrestle. Broman's happy. Yeah, by the way, so far it's been such a good match. You saw the German suplex from Gunther to Chad Gable. Thing of beauty. Really, a thing of beauty. After this, I really want to see Gunther versus Otis. That'd be nice. And here we are, superplex from Gable to Gunther right there. Beautiful stuff. And it seemed to me during the backstage segment that Gunther wants Maxine to join the Imperium. You know, it seemed like he was kind of getting a little bit jiggy with her, you know, getting a little bit flirty with her. It seemed like he has a thing or two, you know, when it comes to Maxine. And one more time, both the guys here are trying to get up to their feet. Gable, the first guy to get up to his feet here, hits Gunther with an elbow strike once, twice, thrice, 4 times. And he was going to go for the fifth time, 5 times here to Gunther. Gunther levels it up with a big chop to the chest of Gable. Wow. And Gable now once again with a series of kicks to the head of Gunther. Gunther taking it back. Gable getting in from behind. German suplex, a very slow one, but definitely an impactful German suplex to Gunther. He is down, goes for the cover, but Gunther kicks out again. True says, I would think that Angle would want to wrestle Gable. Yeah. Probably. It's interesting, yeah. I mean, Kurt Angle still talks about having one more match. When I interviewed him, I wanted to talk about it because after knee replacements, and that too replacing both the knees, mostly people cannot sit on the floor. You know, they have to sit on a chair. They can't like sit crossed leg, and there are certain, you know, restrictions, certain things that they should not do. Otherwise, they're most likely, you know, compromising the lifespan of the knee replacements. So I don't know how Kurt Angle, how limited he is, or how many restrictions he has to actually go through, you know, to keep his knee replacement safe. But considering that he's got both his knees replaced, I really wonder what kind of a limitation that does put him under in the ring. I really do wonder what happens. He doesn't talk about it. He says he's okay. He can walk around. He can even wrestle. But I mean, I'm pretty sure there's got to be some limitations because every single person who gets knee replacements has to go through those limitations. I wonder. But here we are, Gunther with the victory, sadly. That's so suplex is crazy, says Broman. I know it was a good match, Broman. I know Broman enjoyed it a lot. That's right, it was a good match. It's good to see Gable. I still cannot believe that there was a point in my life when I despised Chad Gable. The guy is a gem. And it's a perfect example of a guy who can win me over. I'm not biased against or for anybody. You know, my opinion changes as they progress or they get worsened, you know, on the show. But Gable is a big example of it. He got better. He got better with Otis. Got better with Maxine. And look at me now. I love Gable. I love him. And let's see. Walter wins clean. Yeah, that's right, true. No Imperium, no Drew McIntyre. Surprising. So Drew's not here tonight at all. Yeah, he's not going to show up. Walter needs to stop pinning men. Okay. Andy says, if Angle... You're awesome, Drew. If Angle wants final match, he should do a 6 tag match. Yes. Yes. Yep. That would be nice. Actually, he's talked about it as well. He's talked about the idea of possibly having a 6-man match, something like that, you know, with people that he knows can work well. I asked, you know, this guy, Kurt Angle, about the possibility of Ric Flair having another match because Ric Flair had been teasing one at that time. And Kurt Angle laughed and he said, these guys can never stop wrestling. They'll always come back for more, no matter what they say. So, yeah, he's a true veteran. Let's see, Drew is coming. Well, it seems like he's not here in the building tonight, brother. All right. And here we are, Becky Lynch coming out now. Big time Beck's time it is. Is Charlie has was wait a second. I cannot read the comment. Becky Lynch making her way out right here. Look at that. Let's see what's going on with Charlie Haas.
With the famed WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. Becky joins us next, right here on Raw, and I'm happy about it.
So I'm trying to look up Charlie Haas right now, True, to find out what he's been up to. Seems like the last appearance that he made was for Impact Wrestling. Let's see if he's wrestled in the Indies or not. So, but the last televised appearance for Charlie Haas was for Impact Wrestling back in 2002. So 2022. I'm sorry, one year ago. Let's see if he has had any other matches on the independent scene. He has had matches on the indie scene. Okay, so yep, he is actually the current SWE heavyweight champion as well, and it's been 900 plus days since he's been the champion. Most recently, he wrestled on the 8th of July. So about a month ago, he wrestled. So he is definitely well enough to wrestle. He wrestled for the WOW heavyweight title, so in the WWE promotion in New York. So he's been active on the independent scene here and there, wrestling. Yeah, he barely wrestles though. Look at that. The last independent match that he had was in October of 2022, and after that, the one that he had in July. So this year, he's only wrestled once. So he's wrestling barely, but he is well enough to wrestle, it seems, because he's still taking bookings. Barely, but he is. Let's see. Tony says, the man is here. Rollins has been quiet all night. Yeah, we haven't heard from him at all. He seemed a little bit excited as he was sharing the frame with Sami Zayn. More on that still to come. Becky needs to eat, says True. She has grown very, very thin. It's true. Rollins is not taking very good care of Becky, is he? He should be feeding her a lot. A lot. WrestleMania 40, aka Cody 2. That's right, Tony. That's what's going to be happening. Alright, True. Ron David says Charlie Haas looks like Christian Bale in The Fighter. See? And Gary says the second hour... wait a second. Gary's comment just disappeared. Sorry about that, brother. Not sure what happened. Okay, anyways. We are one more time on the commercial break. Christian Bale. That's quite interesting. I'm taking a look at the comparison that Run DMG has put forth. So, one second. I think Run DMG is onto something here with that comparison. Actually, that's crazy. Run DMG with an incredible comparison here. Awesome comparison, really. Look at this. Run DMG says Charlie Haas looks like Christian Bale in The Fighter. That's Charlie Haas right here. Of course, Charlie. And that's Christian Bale. Quite similar, to be honest. Run DMG onto something here for sure. Yeah. I see the similarity too. I see it. Pretty impressive, Run DMG. Good comparison. Mustafa says, should Seth Rollins lose the title? I think he will. I think Seth Rollins has got to lose the title to Finn Balor at SummerSlam. It's going to happen. What's the main event tonight, says Andy? Well, I don't think that we have a main event, do we, guys? They have not announced anything what the main event is going to be. None of that stuff. Let me take a look at WWE.com and see what the preview for the show was. The official preview for the show, and if they have listed any more match for the main event. Oh, I see it now. Thanks for that. So, in the main event tonight, we're going to be getting Seth Rollins, who's going to be teaming up with Sami Zayn against the Judgment Day. So we're going to be seeing these four men in the main event. That's why he's been silent all night long, because actions speak louder than words. So in the main event, we're going to get Sami and Seth versus Dominic and Damian. That is going to be closing the show. Interesting. Let's see. Here we are. That's it. That's all they had in the official preview for the night. We had Cody and Brock. We had Logan Paul, we had Maxine Dupree and Valaha, and this match here. All these three we have seen. We have yet to see this match. So the main event right here. Good stuff. Thanks for asking me that, Andy, and reminding me to check out the website. Let's see. Andrew says, AJ, as you know, I had my knees replacement almost 5 months ago, and yes, you have some difficulties doing things you took for granted. Yeah, I know people, very close to me who have had knee replacements, and I understand that, you have trouble sitting down. The doctors advise you not to sit down on the floor, not to sit cross-legged, and there are some things that it's not that you cannot do, but you should not do, because, if you do, you're kind of risking reducing the lifespan of those knee replacements. So that's why you've got to be careful. So when Kurt Angle makes these claims that he'll be able to wrestle and he wants to wrestle, get back in the ring, I am always curious, how is he making those claims? I actually wanted to ask him about it as well, in the interview, but I was like, okay, it might be disrespectful. So I did ask him about the knee replacement. He said he's doing okay, he's all right, which was interesting, but yeah. Said if fine, as Lost said, will be very tired. I definitely see it happening. It's chance to cash in, says Mustafa. I don't see a cash in happening, but I see Seth Rollins losing to Finn Balor, Mustafa. Absolutely, brother. Andrew says, but I can tell you, as you work and time goes on, the difficulties get easier. Absolutely. And life goes back to normal, actually even better than what it used to be without the replacements. So it gets 100% better. But of course, keep in mind the limitations, keep in mind, just be careful, and, life gets better, as you said, Andrew. God bless.
My arm, dead. You break my ribs, you break my jaw. The brutality.
Why is Cody complaining? He was the one who took the first shot at Brock Lesnar. He was the one who ticked off Brock Lesnar tonight. Wasn't Brock's fault. Cody was asking for it. Should not be the man complaining. No, just no. Byron Saxon seems like he's growing some beard. And true, you were correct. I'm looking at Becky Lynch right now. Her nose looking more like Michael Jackson's. Did she get a nose job done or something? It almost looks like I'm looking at Michael Jackson's nose here. Very pointy, very pointy. Kurt Angle can't even turn head neck. So bad, says Ron DMG. See, the nightmare is fully poetic, says Tony. That's right. Andrew says, you can sit on the floor. Kneeling on the floor is not recommended. I can sit cross-legged. You can? That's awesome, Andrew. That's beautiful. That's awesome. God bless. Cody, and I know, Andrew, how much you endured before you got that knee replacement, and it's amazing to see how well it's working out for you. You're awesome, Andrew. Cody must conclude this chapter against Brock. He will. Definitely will. He has to move on to the next chapter after all, so definitely will be crossing this Brock Lesnar stepping stone at SummerSlam. And you're right, Drew. I mean, I'm looking at Becky right now. You can look at her face. She has lost so much weight. Really is growing very, very skinny. Very skinny. That's awesome, Andrew. That's awesome. I don't know, I just had to pull my sunglasses down because I wanted to see if it's just my glasses or did Becky Lynch sleep on the tanning bed. Is she looking tan tonight? She definitely looks tan, right? I'm not the only one. True says at Trish versus Becky. Yep, that's right. That's 9. That's 9 right here now. Yep. That's 9 matches now. So we're definitely going to be having a total of 10 matches at SummerSlam, it seems. Trish versus Stratus, making up 9. And then you got Rhea Ripley, versus Raquel Rodriguez. That's 10. So 10 matches in total. Not too bad. 3 of them being women's matches. It's pretty cool. And I hope that she shows up at SummerSlam without the very hideous mask. Andy says, where is Trish? We all need to... I will thank her, Andy, when she takes off that hideous mask. It looks very, very ugly. Tony says, here's dashing Trish. Not so dashing with that mask, though.
Yes, you'll get your rematch, but I will tell you when.
And Money Badger once again proving his point. He says it is rematch slam, after all. Wow. I see you, Ron DMG. That's right. We should have put Brock versus Gunther. Maybe, what they say, patience is virtue. So we got to be patient, and perhaps we'll see that match at WrestleMania. Perhaps. Thanks for the love. Andy, she heard you. Yeah, yes, Andrew, she did go there. Yeah. What? What? Wait, what? What? Wait. What? What is happening here? What is happening? I'm in disbelief right there. We're getting this match right now. Trish versus Becky right now. What is happening? How is this happening? Becky goes after. What is happening? What world are we living in at the moment? What? Oh, of course. That makes a lot more sense. That makes total sense. Zoe Stark's getting in here, attacking Becky Lynch. The match did not last 10 seconds. Wherever is Adam Pearce now? What about all these referees and stuff coming in here, separating the two? What's happened to that? Becky Lynch now in trouble. Trish Stratus goes running over to Becky Lynch, tosses her to the outside. And Trish trying to get the medical apparatus out of her head, as she should. Zoe Stark's attacking Becky Lynch from behind. It's the numbers game. Where is Adam Pearce? Why is he hiding in the back instead of coming out here and maintaining some peace, some order? It's good to it's so good to see Trish without that medical mask, that medical apparatus. Such a relief to see the actual Trish Stratus face. It's great. So Corey Graves is so freaking concerned. It's hilarious. Oh. Well. Alright, now let's see the picture that Ricky has sent to me. Ricky sent me a picture from Indy Hartwell. And, he sent it to me on Instagram. And this is what it says. Indy Hartwell shared this picture of herself along with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's daughter at the beach. I understand why you guys were now saying that they're dating. But to be honest, unlike men, I don't know why, but, women can actually go there and can get very close, even if they're not, dating, but they're just friends. And I think that's what they probably were doing. They're just being very friendly women and not really dating. I don't think they're dating. I mean, I would be surprised if it turned out to be true that they were dating. Anyways, let's see. Mustafa says, I like to see Roman Reigns versus 29 wrestler in the Royal Rumble defending. Oh, like the good old day? Okay. It has happened in the past. Triple H turned out to be victorious that night and walked away with the championship. You would like to see it again, Mustafa? The odds against him. It's not going to happen. The odds are usually against the babyface, not the heel. And now Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the heel. So it's less than likely for it to happen. But it would be cool to see it again. It would be cool. And he says, see, I told you, AJ, I still think. Rodney, by the way, says, good picture. But I still think that it's not that they're dating. It's probably that they're just friends. That's it. But Andrew says, that's the worst fake broken nose makeup I have ever seen. Yeah. I hate that. And the funny part is that we have seen her without the apparatus. We've seen her without the mask before. And she never had the makeup on. She never really had the broken nose makeup on. So we have seen that she doesn't really have that bruise that she apparently has now. Apparently has developed after months and months and months of wearing that apparatus. Alright. But yeah, I mean, I still don't think that Ava and Indy are dating. Let me know, guys, if you think that they are, but I still doubt it. And if they are dating, I wonder how does Dexter feel about it. Dexter Lumis being the husband after all. So what's that? Let's see. We are again on the commercial break, guys. Let's see what else do we have going on. I see Ricky says, I sent you a picture of an error in the chat. Let me know, guys, if anybody else is facing any errors in the chat, on YouTube. I heard it, a couple of times from Ricky and somebody else that they were facing some errors while trying to chat, while trying to communicate. Let me know if you guys are facing any problems like that. Let's see. What else do we have here? Liv Morgan and Lana are friends, not like Indy and Ava. I'm all for them together, Suzanne. Yeah, see that? Okay. Testing 1 to 3. That's sweet, David. Welcome back. Harem is women's. What? See. What do you mean, Mustafa? You mean it's haram? Okay. Ricky says, AJ, send me a message about my comment. All right, I'll take a look at that, Ricky. Take a look. I see. Enzo Gamer, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. And let's see, what do we have here? So Ricky has sent me a message. Thanks for that, brother, from WrestleTix. WrestleTix has put out this graphic where they have this tweet actually, where they've written that for All In 27th August, we've got 6,000 tickets that are available. Out of the 84,000 tickets that are up for sale, 77,000 have been sold already. 6,500 are still available. That's crazy. So we have a big crowd getting together for this show. This crowd is bigger, if I'm not wrong. How many people did WrestleMania 39 have live in attendance? Let's take a look. Because I remember WrestleMania 38, when we came back from the pandemic, it had about 74,000 or so. So far, they have sold 77,000 for this show, so it's already topping WrestleMania 34. But how many people did WrestleMania 39 attendance? Let's take a look at that. So 80,000. 80,497, 81,000 for night 2. WrestleMania 38, how much was that? Let's take a look at it again. 77,000, so around the same mark, 77, 78. So we're talking WrestleMania numbers here with All In. That's crazy. And let's see, what else do we have here? Okay. He's not beating Bruno Sammartino's record, says Enzo Gamer. That's right, I know. And we all were watching the commercial, brother. Now we are back from the commercial, it seems. That's right. Cody will be on today's show on NBC. They have been doing a lot of cross-promotion. The WWE stars are appearing on different shows now. We saw them recently on The Family Feud. We saw them last week on another game show, I believe, The Weakest Link. And now the Today Show. That's awesome. That's right. But I agree, he's not beating Bruno Sammartino. You're right, Enzo Gamer. Good to see you once again. It could be, Randy OG, it could be. And I would like it.
Let me give you the whole field advantage because I'm feeling generous. Because in 2 weeks' time, in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, you're going to face Becky Lynch again. And yes, you are. And this time, you're barred from... Wait, 2 weeks.
Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear that? We're not getting Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. It's happening in 2 weeks, not at SummerSlam. Surprising. Very surprising, right? They would not have Trish at SummerSlam. They would not have Becky on the SummerSlam card. It's surprising. Really is. John Cena should be dethroned Roman Reigns. The only way I see you think that John Cena should dethrone Roman Reigns, should take away the title. I mean, that would be nice. It would be nice. But, to be honest with you, Mustafa, I feel, and, I'm all in for, the younger guys getting the opportunity and getting that spotlight. The future of the company, that is. So, for that reason, I feel like it should not be Cena, even though it would be very cool for John Cena to get in there and once again be in the world title picture. That'd be a nice run. But I would like to see a hungry, up-and-coming star dethrone Roman Reigns and just being shot straight to the main event picture, being the next face of the company, somebody that maybe we don't even have on the roster yet, somebody new, something big, somebody hungry, energetic, and ready to grind. Somebody like that should defeat Roman Reigns, in my opinion. Let me know what you feel. I see my dream. I mean, me too, Mustafa. I want to see it too. I want to see John Cena hit the number 17 too. I want to see it. Maybe Cena versus Cody. I would like that. Andrew says, Bully was talking about All In the other day, saying that they have all those tickets sold, that they should not say what the matches for All In are. He said each match should be a big surprise. That's a controversial way to book a show, right? That's a very controversial way. We have not seen a show being booked in such a manner where every match is a surprise. So that's a very... But again... the thing is that in wrestling, it's all about storytelling. It's all about storylines, right? So if you have a match, a pay-per-view that's full of surprises, I believe you're kind of detaching it from the storytelling, you're detaching it from the storyline, and you're just putting on a showcase kind of a pay-per-view altogether, right? If that's the direction that they want to go to, sure. But it's definitely got to be a detachment from the storytelling, from the actual story that goes on in AEW programming, I feel. But let me know what you think about it. Let me know, Andrew, if you think it's a good idea. Ron Diony says, All In main event, Punk versus MJF. I would like that, to be honest. I would like that. And Enzo Gamer says, Adam Pearce jump scare. That's right. LA Knight US champion? It could be, but I think they'll make us wait. Yeah, they'll make it. They know we want LA Knight. I think he's going to get this very slow, very sly, Bryan Danielson kind of a push. That's what I feel. That's messed up. Trish not going to be on the party at the start. It's very, very interesting, right? They have a legend in Trish Stratus right now, actively wrestling on the roster, but they're not going to be using her at SummerSlam? That is very surprising, in my opinion, very much. And that's right, Mustafa, once again, 17 times, my dream too. The man cannot make some... It's very surprising. I don't know why are they doing it to Becky and Trish, but they are skipping SummerSlam. I still don't know why. I really don't know why. Maybe Seth versus Cena for the world title. Perhaps. Perhaps, brother. And here we are getting another video package for Ronda and Shayna. Shayna said that she refuses to be a sidekick for Ronda Rousey.
I am going to take the thing that means the most to Ronda Rousey. I am going to take her reputation. She has never been the baddest. It has always been me. I don't find anybody else because I'm not in a competition. I'm not trying to do it.
I feel like this video package is doing a better job at hyping up this match and building this match up than they could have actually done in the ring. I feel like they're doing a much better job through this video package and the backstage interviews than they could have actually done in person in the ring here. So good job with the video package, I've got to say. AJ Diana Perez better get her build back from Trinity. It would be nice, actually, it would be better if we get to interview Diana before her match. Actually, now that you've mentioned that, Andy, let me try and get hold of Impact and get Diana here. Let's talk to Diana about it. Let's do it. Let's do it. The submission magician is gonna tap out Ronda, says Tony. Yep. Yeah, I mean, if Ronda has that good old-fashioned mentality, if she is really leaving the industry, you know, she will have her shoulders down and she will give the victory to Shayna Baszler. That's the good old wrestling mentality. But Batista was asked why he decided to lose his last match. Why was he okay with losing his last match? He said that I am old-fashioned. That's the old-school wrestling mentality that in your farewell match, you give back to the industry that gave you everything. So that was my way of passing the torch to Triple H and also giving back, thanking the industry that gave me my life, my career, everything. So that's pretty cool. Ronda Rousey doesn't give a damn about her reputation. That's right. As her theme song goes, she does not give a damn about her reputation. Here we are now with Sami Zayn, the tag team champion, coming out here all by himself. Andrew says, wouldn't it be nice to get one pay-per-view to not in storyline, just dream matches, surprise matches? Oh wait, maybe that's Forbidden Door, although we knew the matches. That's right, Andrew. That's true. That's true. Forbidden Door is a whole different kind of a pay-per-view. You're right about that. Let's see. And it seems like we're going straight to the main event now. Yeah. With 28 minutes still left on the show, we are going to the main event. But before that, we have to go to a commercial break. Tony says Trinity will retain her Impact Knockouts World title. Yeah, every time they get a big deal, they get a big star coming out of the WWE, they put the title on them, you know, because they draw more eyes to the product. They did the same. They've done the same in the past so many times. They did the same with the Iconics, literally handing them the title the first night, their debut night on Impact Wrestling. They got the championships. Same with Trinity. She became champion, and I think she's going to stay champion for quite a bit, because as a champion, every time she posts on social media that she's wrestling on Impact, or she's defending her title, or she's headlining a pay-per-view, it draws her fans to watch the show and brings more eyes to the product overall. So that's that. And he says, let's hope they will let you interview her. Absolutely. I've done the interview with Deonna Purrazzo earlier, so you know, it should be no big deal. I just have to make the call. That's it. Let's see what else do we have here. Sammy's in, Tony. That's right. That's right. And Mustafa says Ronda is beautiful. Mom, she deserves to be champion again. The question is, does she want to be champion? Does she want to stick around and wrestle? That's the question right now. And I hope Dragon Lee makes a Raw appearance and tease Dirty Dominic, says Tony. I would like that too, brother. I would love that. But anyways, guys, we are once again on a commercial break. Let's see if there's any other news coming up on the dirt sheet. Let's see. Okay, seems like we've got a first look at the Survivor Series poster. Let's take a look at that really quick. X. This is the poster that is for the Survivor Series 2020. The promotional poster, that is. So let's take a look at it. Who do we have on the cover? We've got the Usos. We've got Bobby Lashley, Dominic in the back over there, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Damian Priest here, Asuka, Bianca, Finn Balor, of course Cody the front and the center, Rhea, and Seth. So that's cool. It's cool. Quite a few names also missing from the poster. Roman Reigns missing from the poster, which is quite interesting, right? You would expect for him to be on the poster, but he's not. Interesting. Let's see. And we got Andy says, this is just my opinion. Trinity doesn't bring as much fans in the building, unlike Deonna. Deonna has brought many. I've got a lot of love for Deonna. I've got a lot of love for Trinity too, but Deonna is awesome. I agree. She definitely brings a lot of people to the house. We got Rich Gaming Talent here. It's good to see you, Rich Gaming Talent. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Ricky says, no War Games yet. Yeah, seems like none, brother. Anyways, let's see. It doesn't look like we're going to be getting War Games Survivor Series this time around. It could be more of a traditional Survivor Series where we get to see Raw vs. SmackDown. Perhaps. We shall see. And Ricky says, I think War Games is returning back at NXT later this year. Probably. It was cool to see it last year at Survivor Series, something different, but I guess they're going to be going back to the roots this time around for the pay-per-view. Alright, almost back from the commercial VR. Let's see. Ricky says, I think once not a fan of War Game, it's sad. You think it's sad, Ricky? Okay. Is everybody else over here a War Games fan? I mean, I like War Games, but I don't know if I'm gonna get any heat for it. I don't love it, so I'm not gonna miss it at Survivor Series. You know, I appreciate it, but I don't have a lot of love for War Games stipulation. Let's see. I think it's almost a given that Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso is going to main event SummerSlam. We've got this commercial break, this hype package for this match so many times tonight. Like, before every single commercial break, at least I have received this video package for Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. So I've gotten about 5 to 6 times tonight. It's crazy. Nobody ever explained what the Tribal Combat is. What they're saying is that the match is basically for, the world title as well as the title of the tribal chief. Both of them are on the line. I guess that's why they're calling it the tribal compact, because the title of the tribal chief is on the line. I think that's about it. But they haven't explained any certain special stipulation for the match or any special rules for the match. I don't know if there's going to be any special rules. Maybe it could just be that the match is for the title of the tribal chief, and that's why they're calling it that way. Maybe. I think so. Let's see. I still say the original War Games was the best. I agree with that, Andy. Totally agree with that. Need a storyline for a War Games match. I agree with that. Absolutely do, brother. Not a random match. A storyline-driven War Games match makes a lot more sense. Agree. Mustafa says, I like to see NXT versus SmackDown. I know. Versus Raw again. Last time around, they kind of forgot about NXT when it came to Survivor Series. It would be nice to have them again, especially now with the NXT roster thriving. They're pretty big, right? The NXT roster is pretty sweet. Lots of big talent up there. Braun Breaker, you got Carmelo, and so on and so forth. I think they're more than ready to take on the stars of Raw and SmackDown. Absolutely are. Give them a good fight. Anyways, let's see what else do we have here. Money Badger says, for me, War Games needs to start 1 versus 1, then bring one of each the same time. So it's not even, I see, so it's not uneven. Alright, so you want it to be even, you want it to be a fair play. I like that, I can appreciate that. Or Tony says, if Asuka retains her title at SummerSlam, I hope Io cashes in and challenges Asuka all by herself. Yeah. I think there could be a great chemistry that these two would share in the ring, Asuka and Io Sky. I think it would be great if you actually get a long-term feud between the two. It would be fantastic. Especially now, it's sad, but with Bayley and Dakota away from the ring. Actually, Bayley's not that away, but still. With Dakota not being here, at least Io gets to have that spotlight on herself, and she can shine on her own independently. I would like that. I would like to see Io and Asuka to square off. Here we are now with Sammy's in the center of the ring, waving over to the fans, waiting for Seth Rollins to come out. And here is the World Champion. He's been silent all night long. We have not seen a backstage interview. We have not seen anything. He has not said anything. No promos either. Seth Rollins coming out here just to fight. That's it. WrestleMania 70 will never going to why are you saying that, Mustafa? Hopefully WrestleMania continues forever and a day. Hopefully, it's never a thing of the past, never history. Hopefully it keeps going on and on. Money Battle says, who still eats Slim Jim? I tried Slim Jim once. I was not a fan. Let me know if anybody else is a fan over here of Slim Jims. I tried it once. I couldn't eat it. That's right. But that's right, Tony. It is time for a main event. I think people eat them secretly. Oh my goodness. Eat them secretly with the like of is the most funny comment that I've seen. That is funny. Yeah. And here we are now. Seth Rollins on his way out. Awesome stuff. I'm not the only one who feels this way, right? True says this match is a time waster. I was hoping that tonight we'll get to know what's next for Sammy. Are they relinquishing the title? Where is he going to be going next without Kevin Owens, since Kevin Owens is sidelined and will not be there at SummerSlam? But we got zero answers to those questions. We know nothing about it. Seems like Sammy is just going to skip SummerSlam like Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch's. And that's about it. We're not getting any explanation. We're not going down to the tag team title picture. It's just not happening. And just like True said, this match is a time waster, and I agree with that, kinda. I do. And let's see what else do we have here. AJ, do you think Bayley will have her head shake? Well, I don't think so. But that Now, that storyline that Shotzi Blackheart is playing right now, Becky Lynch's ex-boyfriend, who apparently used to work for the WWE in creative, approached Becky with that idea of having her head shaved for the sake of a storyline. But Becky refused. She directly said no, she's not doing it. And now, of course, Shotzi is running through with that same storyline. So that's that. Rich, once again, I'm great. Hope you're doing well, brother. Let's see what else do we have here. Because the world will end, says Mustafa. You think that the world is going to end by WrestleMania 70? I don't think so. The world's here to stay, brother. It's here to stay. Let's see. So random for me, says Wendy Badger, so I guess it definitely won't address tag team titles. You know, they couldn't care less about the tag team titles at all. We know it. You know, they don't like to deal with the tag team division. They don't really care a lot about it. So I'm not surprised that they're not really dealing with it tonight. But here we are, Seth Rollins, after driving the guy out of the stage, back into the ring here with Sami Zayn, Rollins, and Zayn in control of the match. Dominic running out of the way here. Cool stuff. Tony says Shawn Michaels is going to send Dragon Lee to Raw and give a message to Dirty Dominic. Would be nice. Would be cool. For sure. Vince will still do WWE shows even in the skies. You know it. We've seen it during the pandemic. I remember this as clear as day. When the whole pandemic stuff was happening and, you know, they were declaring emergency everywhere and lockdowns and shutdowns, whatnot, WWE was declared as an emergency service. Like, what was happening? These politicians and whatnot were deciding what's going to be shut and what's not going to be shut. They had the audacity to say that WWE, it counts as emergency services. What? That made no sense. And WrestleMania, they were actually wanting to go ahead with WrestleMania with 70,000 people in the arena. It would have been just absolute nightmare. So I'm glad that they shut it down. It was just a terrible idea to have WrestleMania around that time. And you got to be glad that they shut it down. But, you know, one thing's for sure, that Vince McMahon will never shut down wrestling, will never shut down the WWE. Even if the sky is falling, no matter what happens, the show will go on. I remember it was only once that when we had a very severe thunderstorm, actually, very severe snowstorm. I can't remember where exactly the show took place. Perhaps it was Boston, but it was a very severe snowstorm that night. And because of which, the fans could not commute to the arena. Also, the wrestlers could not really commute to the arena. So we only had a show, an episode of Raw that was full of, previously recorded interviews and some of the interviews were live and previously recorded matches, but that's about it. We did not really have a proper show. That was the only time when we did not have an actual show. It was just previously recorded episodes and whatnot. That's it. Shawn Michaels has got to send Dragon Lee once again. Tony, that'd be amazing. Vince will probably hire alien wrestlers soon. It's so funny you mentioned alien, because is this not a thing going on in the US right now where people are talking about aliens, and apparently there was some hidden information on aliens and UFOs that is kind of being disclosed right now. Yeah, I heard about it a little bit. Let's see. Mustafa says, "We love you, AJ. You're the best." Thank you for that, Mustafa. Really appreciate that. You're very kind. Anyways, still on the commercial break right now. And here we are. Speaking of All In, look at this. We got Andrade here saying, "I want the next one. I would like to see you face to face at All In because you are European and it is with your people. Mexico versus Netherlands." So Andrade wants a singles match with Malachi Black at All In. There you go. It's pretty sweet. Wow. Look at that. Triple H on Cody leaving AEW. "I didn't grow up on dreaming of being the champion or the face of a secondary promotion." That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, let's see. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw that Jeff Jarrett is doing some promotional work for AEW and All In the UK. And he says, Galaxy Universal Championship, the alien from Mars. I know, right? One day. And here we are, kicked straight to Seth Rollins over and over again. Rollins in trouble. Dominic Mysterio right now has got the upper hand, surprisingly. climbs on the second rope now with a series of punches straight to the head of Seth Rollins.
It made everyone in Cell Block 6 extremely proud. Dominic Mysterio, there's an argument to be made that he's been a fighting champion for since WrestleMania. I know.
They're targeting the arm of Dominic Mysterio here. Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins not going easy on Dominic. Dominic pushing Sami Zayn over to the corner. Damian Priest with the tag and goes with a big punch to Sami Zayn straight in the head, slowing him down. Once again, another big punch to Sami Zayn. He grabs him by the throat, throws him over to the corner. Was going to go for another punch, but Sami gets out of the way. A chop to the chest, another punch, another chop, another punch. And Sami Zayn now is the man in control. Damian Priest in trouble. Sami Zayn on the top turnbuckle. Diving down to Damian Priest and with a punch to the head. Damian down, Sami once again in control here. And a tag being made to Seth Rollins. We've got about... how much? We've got about 12 minutes left before the show's got to be over. And just like True says, I don't know. It's hard to get behind this match, at least for me. I don't know what this match is going to be doing, but I don't feel like this is the perfect way to close the go-home show. Especially with the guy who's not even on the actual pay-per-view card. Sami Zayn is not on the card. So what really is he doing here in the main event of Raw, right? He doesn't belong in the main event picture, at least not tonight. And Damian Priest once again going after Seth Rollins, grabbing him by the head. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Sami Zayn should not be main eventing Raw tonight, not main eventing the go-home show if he's not on the SummerSlam card. It makes no sense for him to be here. Right? It makes no sense. And here we are, Dominic Mysterio showing up the Latino heat, and he says, I want the Boogeyman to show up and take over the North American belt. Oh my goodness. That way Dominic gets worms on him. That would be funny. It's sad that nowadays we don't have wrestlers like the Boogeyman eating worms and sharing the worms with their favorite fellow stars. We don't have guys like those anymore. We don't have wrestlers carrying around a snake with them. You know, it's back in the day, wrestlers were willing to do it all. Nowadays, you know, of course, things are not the same. Yeah, not willing to take any, as much risk nowadays. These people. And Damian now with a tag to Dominic. Dominic getting in here. Big punch to the gut of Seth Rollins and a punch to the head. Seth Rollins in trouble. And here we are now. Seth Rollins is not going to sit back and take the beating from Dominic. He hits him in the head once, twice, before Dominic makes a tag to Damian again very quickly, before things could get ugly for him. Damian Priest getting in here. Kick to the head. Priest sent to the corner over here. Seth Rollins running over. Priest tosses him over the rope, sends him to the apron, grabs him by the throat, was about to go for the chokeslam on the apron, and Finn Balor getting involved, pulls Seth Rollins off the apron and sends him headfirst into the ring post. Are we going to yet another commercial break? Because it seems like we are. Yep, another commercial break here, guys. It's crazy. The amount of commercials that we're getting tonight. And Cora Jade on IG, she says deleted Twitter because hearing the opinions of you morons. Oh my goodness, Cora Jade, and it's so funny that she writes this along with such a very peaceful and calming photograph. She says deleted Twitter because hearing the opinions of you morons every day honestly makes me lose brain cells. Catch me on IG only, Zozo. So Cora Jade has deleted Twitter, or as you would call it, X. This is going to be a great match. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be catching it later. It's awesome. Wow. CM Punk also has shared this on Instagram, going back to his old ways. Look at Punk in that picture. He looks like a walking, talking zombie. So, let's see. Britt Baker addresses out-of-context comment about WWE's developmental strategy. And she says the quote is out of context and incomplete. It's from 2021 when WWE stated they would stop signing indie wrestlers and focus on pro wrestling athletes. Pro athletes. I think most pro wrestlers would tell you how valuable the independent circuit was to their development, and multiple girls you all listed all came from the indies. It wasn't a dig at the PC, it was in support of independent wrestling. There we go. And this is what she said. She said, I don't think putting a bunch of models and athletes off the street in a warehouse and teaching them all to do the same thing the same way at the same time is going to create a successful roster. This is what Britt Baker said. And now in defense, she said this was from 2021 when they announced that they were not going to be, it was out there that they were not going to be signing independent wrestlers. And I asked a lot of indie wrestlers about their opinion on, WWE back then not signing independent wrestlers, and all of them were quite disappointed. They said their dream was to go to the WWE, and now they cannot do it, so they're not happy, obviously. Britt Baker being one of them, right? Still the commercial break going on strong. Oh, Kathy Kelly, by the way, look at this. Kathy Kelly spills the prime drink into her sink, into her kitchen sink. That is hilarious. That is one way to show your hatred for Logan Paul. Courage is awesome, says Andy. I like that, brother. Let's see. Back in the day when we had Alex Riley, whatever happened to this guy, right? One of the worst transformations in the history of wrestling. Alex Riley, the man that he is now, is an ugly man. But these were back in the day when I believe Raw had a special guest, celebrity superstar GM every single week. And we had everybody from PV Lee, from Sharon Osbourne, Ozzy Osbourne coming up there. Grumpy Cat, all those people coming up and hosting Raw as a general manager. It was funny. Those days were fun. Something. And we are finally back from the commercial break. We got about 6 minutes left before the show is going to be wrapping up. Dominic once again showing out the Latino heat here. Seth Rollins turning around, elbow strike to Dominic. He is dizzy, he is dazed, goes over to tag Damian Priest. Damian tagged in here, grabs Seth Rollins from behind, sends him up and down he goes. Rollins with a nice dodge, roll up, and a tag being made to Sami Zayn. Zayn coming in here, punch to Damian once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. Sami Zayn now in control. Damian Priest airships him to the ropes and rebounds. Good dodge here from Damian. Sami Zayn with the close line. Damian goes down. Zayn one more time with a kick to Dominic, knocking him off the apron too, but taking advantage of the distraction, Damian Priest kicks him in the gut, throws him over to the ropes. Sami Zayn with a nice reversal. Miz and Alex, that's right, Mustafa, those days. Does anybody remember the Anonymous? It turned out to be what, Hornswoggle, right? Terrible. A perfect example of WWE building something up only to destroy it. Why would it turn out to be? You guys remember when Edge freaked out about the whole GM thing and he took the laptop and broke it in half? He could not tolerate the whole anonymous GM stuff. Only for it to turn out to be Hornswoggle. Come on. Crazy days. Michael Cole getting up there and saying, I just received a email. Yeah, those were some funny days. And here we are now with Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dominic, leveling out Sami Zayn, going after Zayn and also grabbing Damian Priest, dragging him over to the corner, making the tag here, and Dominic getting in there after Sami Zayn, the legal guy. Dominic feeling the Latino heat here. Wow, Sami Zayn, by the way, with a big clothesline, turning Dominic 360 degrees in the air before he's knocked out. Rhea cannot believe it. She cannot believe it. Oh, dear. There you are. Nah, it was Hornswoggle, my brother. Money Badger, it was Hornswoggle. I know you hate to see it, but it was Hornswoggle. Yep. I just looked it up as well. Look at that. It's terrible, but Hornswoggle is revealed to the anonymous Raw GM on July 9, 2012. He returned only for one night, and that's about it. Crazy. Terrible idea. I guess they just wanted to do away with the whole GM stuff, and they couldn't find anyone more random than Hornswoggle. So that's about it. Terrible idea. I think that was the last time that we saw Hornswoggle on television too. So that's that. 3 more minutes left before the show's going to be wrapping up, so should be over anytime soon. This main event definitely not worthy of main event tonight. Absolutely not. Zayn going after Dominic ringside. Oh my goodness, Rhea Ripley getting in the face of Sami Zayn now. She's not having it. Finn Balor taking advantage, takes out Sami Zayn in the corner. Seth Rollins now. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor need to stay away from that corner. That really, they should, because it was that same corner with Seth Rollins hit Finn Balor with the slam. You know, he slammed him into the barricade, and that separated his shoulder. So he should stay away from that corner. And here we are now with Damian Priest staring down at the Money in the Bank briefcase. Oh my goodness, really? What? What is happening? Oh. It kind of shows you that Finn Balor, you know, he's putting his friendship first. So he was okay with Damian Priest cashing in on Seth Rollins. He was okay with that. Wow. Helluva kick to Finn Balor, knocking him off the apron, and now Seth Rollins, with that being said, is going to get an explosive victory here tonight. I think this also guarantees to you that Seth Rollins is dropping the title at SummerSlam. He's not going to be walking out champion. Again, the same theory applies here tonight. If you are going up on the Gay Home show, you are going down on the actual pay-per-view. Seth Rollins gets a victory tonight, but he's going down on the pay-per-view. Finn Balor, for certain, without a doubt, is your new champion, guys. That's right. 4 out of 5 stars, says Tony. He liked the show. That's nice, brother. That's nice. Yeah.
If Priest wanted his contract, it was Finn Balor with a momentary hesitation.
Good stuff. I'm gonna give the show a 3 out of 5 tonight. It was a sweet show. Not too shabby. Some dull moments here and there, but the order of the show was nice. We started off, fresh. Instead of the regular people started off the show, that's the Judgment Day, we started off with new people. That was nice. The Gunther stuff was also pretty cool. Gunther versus Gable, they put on a good match. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez, if they get a match at SummerSlam, I'll be more than happy. I'm still surprised that Trish is not on the card, but I guess that's okay. But one thing's for certain, Seth Rollins is not walking out the champion at SummerSlam. You're right, true, absolutely. He is not winning at SummerSlam. He's dropping the title for certain. And Damian Priest is busted open. Look at all the blood pouring out of his head, all on his chest. Priest been busted open, guys. That's crazy. There's a lot of blood going down there. Insane. 7 out of 10 from Gary. I like that, brother. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for the love. Thanks for being here. Sweet go-home show for SummerSlam right here. Let's see how SmackDown's going to be. SmackDown, one night before SummerSlam, better be an even better show with the Tribal Chief and Jey Uso in there. Well, once again, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Much love to all of you. As I said, I'll be seeing you next, maybe on Thursday. I'm not too sure. Maybe Thursday night. I'll let you guys know if I'm going to be there on Thursday. But otherwise, next time that I'll be seeing you, it will be on Friday for SmackDown. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Sleep well. Take care. And I'll see you guys on Friday. If I'm doing it on Thursday, I will let you guys know. I'll text you, I'll DM you, and you will, of course, see the thumbnail up on YouTube as well. So I'll let you guys know. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the love. Appreciate everybody. Have a good night. Sleep well, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, guys. Have a good week ahead. Take care, and have a good night.